Okay. I have this as session 83, in case that's of interest to anyone. So, previously in Eridon, after the harrowing successes in Olandris, your infiltration into the estate dinner in Olandris at the end of the previous year, it is now a new year, the second month, and warfare has been on the forefront of everyone's minds of your allies. You five, six, the Forsaken Winds, alongside the United Kin army of elves and beast folk, as well as a few creation allies, such as Kari, the Dusk of the Queen, and Magnus, the Noon of the Queen, who now commands Olandris. You've all spent the last month or so bolstering For's Hollow as a staging ground center for use by your forces, a town that is where most of you met about a half year ago or so. After extensive preparation, working on any downtime, encouraging morale, getting to know your troops, you now continue marching westward into the Durast occupied Creatia. Currently planning to move southward around Atheros to strike at the enemy war camps for your group west of Atheros, hoping to interrupt Durast's siege of that final creation holdout that has not fallen in the months since Durast's invasion. But for now, although there have been some losses this day after your success in the fort battle at the Sanetian Pass, there is reason for celebration. Once again, you have bullied your way through Durast's might and have taken an important location on the way toward your true goal. And you're all able to enjoy a moment of respite the night after your victory. This abandoned stronghold has been weathered over centuries of time, and there are many gaps and broken walls and broken windows and caved in portions, but it's a very functional space to house many of your forces, even if some have to set up tents outside. But as you can see here on the map, if I successfully moved you there, um, many elves, beast folk, bird folk, and otherwise have sort of begun to set up camp, establish small campfires. There's enough ventilation to the outside air through all the decrepit, old, abandoned citadel construction that it's not going to overheat or oversmoke this location. But everyone starts to set up for the night, start procuring rations and meats, and starting the night. The plan is to set out tomorrow to continue your journey, thinking with the mindset being that by the time Durast has any chance for resupply depots to come this way or report back that this location has been taken, days will have passed by then and you'll be long gone. So before you set out tomorrow, you have a few days march away from your goal, the Durastian war camps west of Atheros. You have time to drink and converse and mingle with each other or other forces. Does anyone have anything specific they'd like to start with? Inter-party conversations?
Let's ask a general question
Hell
of
yeah.
time. Has the moment happened already when Magnus had to let us through past his territory?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
that was about roughly 3 days
Okay.
ago or so. And that was, there was no, I guess, cue for you as an army to know that that had been executed other than the fact that your passage through Olandris occupied territory did not impede your journey. So you
Cool.
assume that Magnus had enough sway over their forces that their scouting regiments were interrupted, supply lines were halted, at least long enough in their bureaucratic deception to allow your passing. So the real goal is in a few days' time, you'll arrive at war camps and need to be ready to fight. Is anything anyone wants to discuss, talk through, refresh goals, ambitions? Yeah, I have you guys
Um,
all set up down here in this room over here. Wild Sage Blossom sort of is able to settle in and sort of plug up one of the holes to this space, so I have them in there as well.
Tree wall.
Loaf is on my shoulder.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Someone put him there. Very nice.
Mhm.
I don't have anything.
There is something that I need to do briefly. I would need to, while we're just sitting down and relaxing, I'm gonna go up to Roulette and be like, Roulette, we need to talk about something. And Toby, I need you too. In fact, Rome, probably you as well. And Telperion. For the counter side of everything. We need everybody. I've been thinking,
What do you need?
Roulette, can you get out my bottle of Ornair? There's something that's been bugging me lately.
Sure. And I will procure the bottle and shake like
Something was bugging me last time we looked at it. And Jiro will like flip it over. And then you'll see at the bottom, there's a tiny little hole, like it's been drilled into the bottom. And there's like a little bit of like a filter, right? Like a mesh metal so that water can like, or liquids can drip out. And Jiri looks at it and he's like, yep, that's what I thought. Look, it's got a hole in it, guys. You know what that means?
that. It's just regular air inside of this.
Yeah, all my Orin air is leaked out. My father's essence has been spilled all over the material plane. We've lost it all.
Did you put this hole in there on purpose?
No. I just noticed it last time we looked. I guess I didn't notice it when I scooped up my father's essence that there was a hole in the jar.
Can I investigate the bottle to see like what could possibly have made the hole?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
I'll give her my my glasses. Roll an advantage because you have the eyes of minute seeing that are going to go on your head.
That'll work. 16. You definitely see it was a purposefully drilled hole. It's not like an accident. Nothing could have accidentally chipped away a small little needle point, little hole like this. So you'd think it was intentionally made.
Jerry, perhaps this was made by a woodpecker. Woodpeckers are impeccable at making holes and very hard substances.
It could be. I don't know of any woodpeckers in Orin, but there could be lots of them in John that I haven't seen before, and they would want to peck things. Yes.
Jerry, I guess weird question for you. Did you specifically find this jar to scoop up your father's essence, or
Yes.
did someone give you this jar?
No, I had it on me at the time. It was just a random jar that I was storing water in.
Where were you when this happened?
Back in
It was
Orin.
after I was not in Jarland when my evil half brother attacked and slew Adras. I was in a far off plane, or a neighboring kingdom, I should say, called Uparsha. That's when I was playing Skyball.
I'm gonna use one of my wild shapes to transform into a fly and investigate the inside of the bottle. I want to see
Okay.
what's going on the inside.
There
You
was
can do that.
there's a like a grate, like a
Yeah, there's a stopper on the main neck, but there's also a mesh preventing your entrance from the other side. You might need to get even smaller than a fly.
Ooh.
Jerry, if there's no air in here, may I? And I'll like gesture to the cork on the top.
Sure, go ahead. I guess my father's essence is gone, but there's a point to all of this, guys. This was not a time for us to just investigate the bottle. I had a point. I've been thinking. Maybe there's two options here. We've lost my father's essence. It's all over the material plane. We'd have to backtrack and find it all. That would probably take forever. But what if instead Moira stole his essence and fused it with my sword? Think about this. We already know that swords and souls.
Stay with
can
me.
fuse
Stay with me.
together. Maybe she stole it while I was imprisoned with her, and then she put it in my father's sword using this evil metal, this dread iron stuff she's got. That's why my father can't remember that he's my father. That's why my memories are all messed up. Maybe this dread iron messes with the memories when you fuse them things together. Soul plus sword. You know what I'm saying? That's my theory right now.
That's interesting because I was fused to the Divinor.
Exactly. We know, like I said, we know souls, essences, and metals can be put together.
What sort of magic would put those things together?
I don't know. That's what Moira's been up to. Evil witch magic.
Rome, you're very good at improv, aren't you? Lots of yes anding here.
Bro, I like the way you think.
Well, wouldn't your father just have leaked out instantly? Like,
That's why I was asking about where you got the jar from, because like the second, or are you saying that? Oh, okay, no, he's saying that he scooped up the jar. He had it with him in prison somehow. When Moira
Mhm.
captured you.
Yes.
How did you get to the material plane?
I don't quite remember. See, that's
Okay.
one of the holes in my memories. I think it was soon after retrieving my father's essence. I must have been captured by Jar Jakar and exiled to Material Plane, where I was captured by Moira and imprisoned. And then she got my father's essence and put it in my father's sword.
why wouldn't she just have taken the top out of the bottle? Why would she have to chip into it?
Oh, I don't know. I think this bottle always had a hole. That's my point.
So then
I
would
think I just picked a bottle with a hole in it.
Why is there a grate on the bottle?
I don't know. Chemistry
Okay.
stuff. I don't
But that
ask
means-
for that. What is this used for?
Can I get a pair of tweezers out and I want to try and remove the little mesh that's at the bottom of this bottle?
Sure. I will say it looks like such a thin. You don't even think it's metal. It's probably like some sort of thinly designed spider silk or something mesh that has translucent properties while it retains its strength. So you're surprised that you didn't catch it before, but you can also maybe justify why you didn't before, because it is fairly translucent until you look very closely at this hole. But yeah, absolutely, you can go ahead and make a sleight of hand check if you want to remove it.
Does this have a, just very quickly looking at it, does this have a functional purpose? Like, is there a reason that a jar would be made like this, apart from I want this to slowly leak out surreptitiously?
I think that's no roll required. That's the only possible reason you can think of, is slowing the flow, controlling
Sabotaging
a
the
slower
bottle.
flow.
There's
Okay.
no.
Perhaps sabotaging a bottle, or if an extraction of some means might happen, it might be difficult to capture everything out of the inch diameter neck of a bottle than a very thin hole.
Okay, that makes more sense.
But
All right,
slowing
well-
the flow of something inside
Control
is a
leak,
valid
what it was. Yeah.
concept.
And like I was saying, the bottle itself is not the question here. It's my father's soul. And why is it in a sword now? What did Moira want? And is this kind of similar to like what was going on with that sword that we've been scrying? Or no, legend loring. Whatever that spell that Toby does. Could
So
be the
let
same
me
thing.
get this straight, Jiri.
Yes.
Oh gosh. Now you have
You
to put your
are-
input in.
You are clinging with desperation to any shred of a chance that I am, in fact, your father. Still, after all we've been through,
Hear me out. You don't have your memories, right?
I've been doing nothing but hearing you out for 6 months. It's all I can do.
Right, but you don't have your memories, right?
Frustratingly enough, that is one logical point in your favor.
I'm just saying, it's gonna be really embarrassing when you get your memories back and you're like, oh wait, I am Jerry's dad.
Time will tell, I suppose.
But Jerry,
Anyways.
what if your father just
Okay.
died and there's no essence of him, and you are just sad and you wish he was in your soul?
Jiri, I think I'd like to have you make a wisdom saving throw real quick.
Okay, hold on to that question. Got
Well,
an answer.
as Telperion asks that question,
Is he not allowed to consider that option?
Fury cries.
I think Jiri, when Telperion asks that question, you feel like a small jolt in your mind, but you push past it.
Telperion, who's this elvish god that you worship again?
Corellin.
Corellin. Could he die?
I think he did die, actually.
Could he stay dead?
Well, do gods really die?
That's my
Well,
exact point.
Was your father a god then?
Basically, in Orin, yeah. He's Jar Jar Kar. Or excuse me, he's Jar Adras.
That
How
was
was
a
he-
truth bomb.
How was he killed?
My brother's my dad.
Ah.
Yikes.
How did your brother kill him then?
He killed his physical body.
How?
Can't kill something. You can't kill his soul. That's why I scooped up his soul. It leaked out.
How did he kill his physical body?
With a sword to the back.
What did you do when that happened?
I showed up after it had happened.
Because he had been exiled.
I was
away.
too late. I've been away, yes. I've been in Uparsha playing Skyball. It was part of me being exiled when I was a kid. I was very mischievous. I got in a lot of trouble. Grand Theft Chariot was on top of the list of my crimes.
What was?
Grand Theft Chariot. I stole my dad's
Oh,
chariot.
Grand Chariot, yeah.
Yeah, I crashed it, unfortunately.
Toby Rama, there's a noise in your mind
I think it was
that occurs, and you hear, Toby Rama, are you in a position where you and your friends can receive something from me?
Yes, now's actually a great time for that.
You don't get a response. But a couple moments later, there's a small, localized gust gale of wind that appears right next to you, Toby Rama,
Gale.
and a translucent, mostly invisible air elemental just apparates into the space and presents you with a small box.
Jiri, catch it. Use the jet.
Oh, okay. I try to grab it.
No, I'm kidding.
Do you
And then
recognize the air elemental?
moments later, that elemental dissipates.
Yeah,
And you
he
hear
put it
another
in my
message in
pocket.
your mind, Toby Rama. And he says, I send this to you specifically because I think you are the most trustworthy one of your band. Dole them out as you see fit.
Here, Jamie, would you do me a favor and hand that my way?
Sure.
I'll take it and open it.
You peek inside, and there is a beautifully intricately hand woven fan, like a folding fan inside, as well as this beautiful Ouroboros animated Ouroboros brooch inside.
I'm assuming Toby said something like, "Hey, Mirage just sent me a message. We're gonna have a visitor really soon." But I also picture in this universe, Toby just goes, and then an elemental appears
That works. Yeah, what's all your reactions as
with a box.
this random magical being just apparates and then disappears rapidly?
Toby, that a friend of yours?
Mirage sent it
Sent it? What? Oh,
to
okay.
carry this.
He's got his own little Moby working for him.
Let's
That's a
not
smart move.
lose the topic of a conversation, but we can
The jar.
disperse it here with
My dad's soul.
ta-da!
Mess-
And I give the Ouroboros to Jiri and the fan to Rome. Oh wait, no, switch.
Ah, yes. Good. I've been very warm lately. Finally, I can cool myself down.
My bro.
Yes, so Jiri, you can add to your inventory the Fan of Four Winds.
Hmm.
And Rome, you can add to your inventory the Bane Claw brooch.
Hot.
1 minute.
As well as Toby Rama, at the bottom of the box, you see a small scroll, like a very thin one, rolled up. And
We're gonna restart.
as we jump ship, you can read what that says.
Wanted to hear what the scroll.
Well, we're about to hear what the scroll is.
Now he's not gonna tell us. It's news to him.
Yeah, now I'm not going to tell you. That is intuitive. But Toby Rama, if you unpeel it, it just says, Remember my generosity fondly, and I will recall your promise the same.
Oh, yeah, we got to do him a favor.
Were we going to
Yes.
pay him for that? Or was a promise of help our payment?
We gotta go investigate something for him in Meladonia, I think.
What was our year timer?
We had a year and a
1 year
day
and 1 day.
A year and 1 day.
from like a few weeks ago, or like a month ago.
I think it was probably like 2.5 months ago, probably.
I probably had to write this down for me somewhere. Let me look.
Jiri, can I see your storybook about that you got from that library?
Yeah, sure.
I want to flip. Does it talk about Audrus dying in it?
Make an investigation check.
Woo! First roll of 2024 for me. That's a nat 14. 21.
Not even, you don't even have to get into the pages deeply. It's on the back of the cover, or the back of the book's cover, where it gives like a blurb of Jiri will have to figure out whether to, just like sort of grandiose language of an excerpt of the book. And Audrus's death is a primary catalyst for this story of this all taking place.
I think it's in the prequel.
And does it say that Audrus is a god?
Flipping through rapidly, I would say it wouldn't use the word God or the primordial equivalent of that word, but you might see like an equivalent of like an archprimal, which you might think would hold similar power level to maybe an archfey, an archdevil, things of that caliber, which sometimes can become deities or have a minor level of power acquired to that, and you don't know the culture of Orin, so could mean various things. But
Jiri, I have a proposal. Your little bottle is leaky, right? What if Audrus's essence never came to the material plane with you because it fell through the bottle? And if your brother killed your father, wouldn't he want that essence for himself if it's powerful? What if he kept it?
I think he would have wanted to have banished it as well, right? Can't kill it, so might as well get it out of Orin. Get it trapped in the material plane so it can never come back. That's my idea, at least. I don't know. We'd have to measure how quickly water falls out of this. I feel like that's a roulette test.
Roulette's already doing that. She's pouring some water in just to see what happens as it's dripping. She has little etch marks on it. Well, like a pencil on tape or something. I don't know.
If I recall correctly, his essence was a little bit more viscous than water. That's a roulette word I learned.
It was just purely air, right? You said it was a bottle of Orin air.
No, there's air mixed with his essence.
Oh, okay.
It's like a soupy mixture. A little bit of air, a little bit of liquid.
A little bit of soul.
Yeah.
I just think it's clear that the person who probably can give us the most answers for this is Moira herself.
Exactly. But I'm wondering if it ties into what I'm thinking is maybe it's similar. Maybe she's trying to recreate that sword that we were looking into. She tried with my dad's soul, didn't work out.
Well, in theory, she has the twin of that sword that we just legend lord, because the Arch Knight wields the sun version. Illimir?
What I'm thinking is maybe that's why they want all this Divinor metal. Rome's vase. Maybe they're going to try to put somebody else's soul in it. But whose soul? I don't know.
Also, what would be the benefit of fusing a soul to a metal?
I don't know. Why did they do it with Illimir, that sword, in Fengamore?
Stronger sword.
And Toby's artifact. I think that's what they're after exclusively. That's why they took your base, because it's connected to the gods. For some kind of power. And this is going back to the fact that we still don't know why they're attacking Creatia, and maybe those metals are what they saw to Creatia. You remember your vase was going to make the war efforts not necessary.
Oh, true.
Right. So what are they? That's my point. Is maybe that's what they're doing with it, making a weapon.
I just don't know how we're supposed to defeat them if they have these god metal weapons and armor and what have you.
Well, we get Adras's memories back, then he'll be even more powerful.
That seems like turning to the problems for the solutions. But it could be.
Wait, how is getting Adras's memory back a problem?
We have to turn to Moira to do that.
Right, and she's probably got a powerful sword that we can't beat. Dang.
Under the king, who probably is no easy man to kill.
Well, that's maybe why we need to change our tactics. Instead of fighting Moira, maybe we gotta sneak in there somehow.
Are there like any known ways of destroying this metal completely?
Well, I don't know.
Which metal?
Like,
Why would we
well-
want to destroy it?
Well, I mean, if she has like some crazy weapon.
Yeah, wouldn't we want the weapon? Wouldn't we want to steal the weapon?
All right. Hang on. I want to take out Koda's Wodao.
Mhm.
Many of us are using it. So this, not like Mage handed up for us to look at. This is conceptually their most
Are
advanced.
we saying, just a refresher for myself, Minerva and Mirage were given some of the Dread Iron items for research? Were there specific
Okay.
items you guys kept? Because I believe the rings were given. I think the
The dagger
pauldron was
was
given
given.
as well. The dagger was given. I truly don't remember about the
I don't think-
Wodao.
I don't think we gave up the Wodao.
Okay.
I don't think they asked
That's
for it or
totally
we
fine.
offered it.
Okay.
'Cause I
So
remember-
the Wodao, we'll say the Wodao is the only
Yeah.
example of Dread Iron you guys have, other than Jiri's unique liquid version of the Vantablack sludge.
So we know that this is their most up-to-date attempt at a god metal, and we can't expect that they're using gods to create this, right? Has to be more devilish.
It could be. Who knows?
Telpiran, go ahead and make a Arcana check.
That's 3. Another 14. 17.
You think there's maybe some intuitive validity to that statement that if there's devilish things involved, like there have been some lackeys and stuff sent after you, for example, they likely not only might not want to interact with god metals, but might literally die or combust if brought into contact with divine magic of that caliber.
I don't think we should do it, Toby, but what would happen if we touched your amulet to this thing? I mean, this is a pretty good sword. We probably shouldn't just burst it up. But, like, if what Moira's doing is subverting, obviously they can't make god metal.
Willy-nilly.
Yeah, Celestial. I don't even know. Divinor. So maybe they're using those artifacts that were made during the Sundering, and they're inverting it, making devilish promises. That's why there's been all these infernal creatures after us, tied with them. So could there be some devil connected to this? Can you sense evil? Is this weapon evil?
Okay.
That was an amazing response.
Let's think about what
That
I can
was
technically
perfect.
do right now. Yeah, let's do
I'm
some
absorbing.
communication.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do.
Okay.
I will, because I was getting ready to do a different ritual, but I'll do this ritual. I'll get ready. Okay, so I'll ritually cast Commune.
Does this require any components?
No.
Okay.
Nothing gold cost related. We have reason to believe there is this woman Moira is involved with infernal creatures and alliances. Do you detect any... What's the word I'm looking for? Do you detect any presence of the hells in this sword? Anything infernal?
As you ask this question, your vision almost starts to pinhole a bit as darkness starts to cloud your sight. And you see just like translucent silver wisps form as you ask the question into the 6 wings of the Deva that has visited you many times before. And the Deva sort of, you're the only one able to see this figure standing in the room with you. And you see the ivory colored, silvery robed face completely obscuring anything from within. You see the shape of the face sort of drift toward the Wodao that Telperion is carrying.
Okay. 2 more questions. My friend Jiri's mind is fractured, or perhaps more accurately, made up of many parts. Does Moira Talon of Durast does she know how to fix this?
The Deva looks downward and then sort of off to the side, and you get an unclear answer from that question. Not no, but not yes.
Maybe.
Maybe. I will say there is a just to put a flavor on that, it's sort of a contemplative unsureness. So you don't get the vibe of like, maybe, I don't know, but more of like a considering and not able to give an answer. There's sort of a different vibe there.
Jiri has told me that all winds originate from Orin. Is there a pathway there on the land of Eridon?
Oh, he said pathway.
No one else hears this, but you hear the crackle of storms. You know for a fact it's a very calmly snowdrift night right now. Clear skies, other than enough clouds to produce snow. It is certainly not storming outside. And you hear thunder cracks and rumbling of thunder. And suddenly you hear an increased volume and rolling thunder passes in a specific direction toward the southeast.
Does that, off the top of my head, line up with where I think the Jazuran coast is?
Very simply, yes. In broad strokes, absolutely. Now, do you get 3 questions or 5?
Yes, I do. 3 for
Okay.
commune, 5 for speak with dead.
So as the thunder rumblings soften and dissipate, so too does the silver mist as the Deva leaves your side. And all your friends are staring at you as if you're crazy.
Nothing infernal about the Wodao. Kind of surprising to me.
Why is it so nasty, man?
And
Trust the one down.
Because
The sword.
it seems that there is a pathway to Orin where storms are the strongest to the southeast, which I think points us to the coast
think-
of Chimeras.
Yeah, Mordecai told us about some stormy mountains down there, right?
what if Rome's sibling is there?
Has
That's-
anyone here...
Yeah.
I'm not going to include Jiri as a candidate for this question,
Okay.
but have any of the others of you, have you studied planar magic at any point? I could see where Telperion maybe could have. Roulette, if you were pursuing just pure knowledge, maybe. I'm struggling to think that Tobirama or Rome could, unless there's a good, valid justification. But has anyone studied planar magic to any degree?
So I speak primordial, specifically Orin, and then on top of that, the planar rift between the Feywild and the Athenian would be super relevant. Like, I think after my hair turned white and like I had weird nightmares, the dreams, I would have just like learned in the libraries what there was about interplanar stuff. Maybe knowing about primordial, but the Sylvan aspect being most interesting, but also
Sure.
primordial not being terribly far from my skill set.
Yeah, I agree. I think the DC might be fairly difficult, but I think it's absolutely warranted. You can make a check. Go ahead and make a history check.
Right.
Can I see
Everyone
that
watches
he's
and
thinking
Telperion
really
said-
hard and
Yeah,
casts
Telperion
guidance
goes,
on him.
Sure,
interesting.
All right, take a D4.
I don't need it because that's a nat 20. So wait,
Nat
actually, let's
20.
just roll it. What is it, MK? Do you want to roll it?
Yeah, I'll roll the D4.
So 27. Nah.
Plus 3.
Hey,
That's a 30.
A 30.
Oh
So,
man.
Kyrian, you start thinking, and you're not as versed in the material plane, but Toby's Rama's guidance hits your mind, and it just like unlocks all the synapses, and you just are able to direct your memory exactly to the time in that class where you recalled this. You were specifically studying the bird folk's connection to the elemental plane of air as well. They have historical connections there, and you recall that pathways between this plane and the primordial plane of air are very fickle and difficult to reach because they can change locations with the winds. Wherever storms are the strongest on the globe at that time is where the veil is weakest at that point. But that can change from minute to minute, hour to hour, year to year, certainly. So it's very difficult. The fact that there's been some insight or intel gleaned that to the southeast, the Jazuran coast, the storms along the Jazuran coast, maybe there's been enough storm activity there for long enough where there's a more reliable connection to maybe reaching primordial plane of air in that region of this world.
To get back to Orin, I've always been told I must travel through the greatest storm in the entire land. That's the only way back.
And I only asked that question when I was communing, Jerry, because I just can only imagine how frustrating it is to have your memories all jumbled up. And I'd love to find a way to help you, and we may get a chance at Moira as this war continues, but maybe revisiting your home could jog some things free.
It might, yeah. That might be more so if we're ready to conquer God Drakar. But it sounds like he might be on this in
that's-
the material plane recently because he's, I guess, Rome's
And then
brother somehow. We're related.
And then
Weirdly.
another question for you, Jiri. When do you want to try and revisit Jax and have that showdown? Is that a
Oh yeah,
before,
we're gonna have to.
or is that an after thing?
I think that's a before thing. I think we got to take care of that guy first.
How exactly are we going to confront this person?
Oh well, we're gonna have to jump into my
He's-
mind,
He's in Jiri's dreams,
and then we're gonna have to kick his butt.
and he
Right now,
said
he's
the
kind of
next time Jiri returned, it would be their true confrontation.
yeah. Can't go back until maybe I could sneak back.
So you need
And
to
investigate a
confront
little
your
bit.
alter ego, is what you're saying.
It looks like it. Figure out what that guy's deal is and finally kill him once and for all.
Seems
For
to
all.
be
Thought we
trying
took care
to
of him
get
already, but
some of the other minds inside Jiri on his side.
oh yeah, it's a full revolt down there. It's not looking good.
It was not looking good. So I don't know how immediately.
Jerry, would you be concerned that if you were to, say, eliminate one of these personalities, it would greatly damage you as an entity?
Be the first thing in an avalanche.
I don't know. I hope not. I mean, I've been killing lots of them down there.
I mean, because, like, you are who you are
All the
right
traitors.
now. Like, if we get rid of Jax, you yourself may change.
Why? That's Jax. Jax and I are very different. We're two different people.
You're never influenced by him?
I mean, he gets a little bit of control every once in a while when we're fighting, because he's really good at fighting. So I need
Right?
to
So that'll change,
leverage
Jerry.
his combat
Get rid of him.
skills.
No more combat skills.
I don't know if that's how it works, but
But also, there's like a deadly force in your mind trying to kill you and take over. So
that's true. I could wake up
if he's
tomorrow
less
as
funny
Jax.
and if he's
That's
worse
it.
at jokes and combat, then we
You
have
might
to
you
take
might
that
kill the
risk.
party that's funny.
Well, here's my question, because
That'd
I
be
mean,
Jax funny.
minus the fact that Jerry's a walking nightmare, if we were going to go to the Jezreen Coast, which is the opposite direction of our war effort, we need some benefit to just to say we should do that. Is the besides stopping Jerry from exploding, because we can't just walk away from this war we helped start. But here's my question: Moira, even if we face her and kill her
There's no
and
reason
get her to tell us the answers we need, isn't going to be the most forthcoming. What if we could restore part of Jerry's memory by going to Jarland? And then we could face Moira with more information. We might not have to turn to her for the initial, like, can you explain why our friend is fucked up like this? We could maybe get it back a more organic way that doesn't involve her.
Mhm.
And then we'd be better equipped to face her.
And in terms
Not understand it's
of,
benefit her.
in terms
Does-
of a reason to go down there, from what I understand, the Sultan has been hesitant to lend his aid in this effort. Maybe that could be something we go try and get him to help, and as a favor, have them help us get into Orin.
Also, supposedly that's where my
Yes.
material plane mother lives, June, who I think is the author of this book.
Jesus Christ. I mean,
Who else would know all these stories about me?
I would like
Oh,
to
brother.
now
Rome's brother.
get out my scales,
True.
fill them with the proper water, and cast scrying.
Targeting.
Jax.
Wait, can you stop for a second? I just love all of us having these big talks, and then as a part of it, it's like it almost looks like you're playing with your toys. Like your experience, just like here, Toby's not telling us what he's doing. He's just like, I need a scale, and I'm gonna take the water,
I
pour
want
it in
to
here.
try and look in and see what Jax is doing, maybe inside of Jiri's mindscape.
So we need to spy on
That's
it.
pretty fascinating. Let me.
And then I
look
might
up
want to try,
something.
Jiri, I might want to try and look in on Drakkar after.
Oh, boy.
Because I've heard about him quite a bit. I'm gonna narrow in on the Mythiline aspect.
There's no way for them to like locate you based on you casting that spell on them, right? They can't like reverse it.
This thing is protecting me from being divined.
I almost want to try to detect thoughts to help you somehow, since you're trying to scry on like a thought. But I don't know that I don't know that my network's good enough that I can share that with you.
Okay. So
Like,
at least I'm thinking you're familiar with Jax. He adventured alongside you guys. You've interacted with him many times. So you're going to be familiar with him. Do you have a connection modifier? A likeness or picture, a possession or garment, etc.
Boom, boom, boom.
Something that Jax may have used, worn, held.
Here's what I'm gonna try. I'm gonna yoink one of Jiri's hairs out of his head.
Yoink.
Yoink.
Okay.
Hoping for that to work as a body part.
Does Jiri resist that, or does Jiri let that happen?
Let's find out. Hold on.
What do you mean? Let's find out.
Dex save.
Oh.
You cannot dodge quick enough.
Okay. Toby, you pluck a white or light blue hair from Jiri's head. Go ahead. You cast the spell. You target Jax. Let's do this. This will be fun.
Because body part is minus
Jiri.
save if it works.
Jiri, I would like you
Jeez.
to please make a wisdom saving throw.
Holy shit. This is insane. I can't tell if I want you to fail or pass.
Okay. A 17 minus 15 is 2. That is a fail.
Minus 15?
And Toby Rama, as you try to push into your memory, your vision of Jax, you feel resistance, and you can tell it's coming from Jiri's mind state. Whether he's intending to or not, he is subconsciously resisting your efforts, even if he's willing to go along with this. But you do pursue through that resistance, and you're brought to this space once again. I need to make sure I don't have anything crazy on the screen.
You have like one picture that is like an illustration that explains everything.
It's labeled answer key.
Yeah, exactly.
Answer key, incredible.
Moira equals, and then insert
Toby
name.
Rama, you are brought once more to this what's the synaptic storm of energy. Synapses firing, neural networks activating, but it looks like multicolored lightning of blue and purple and amber. And at the bottom, you just see Jax sitting in a flood of water, just sitting on top of it as if he is not sinking to the ground. And from behind him, viscous and almost formless, the general silhouette of Dermorian formed from the sludge around him.
What?
Does it seem like there's other allies around him or anything?
At this time, it does not look like there's anything near enough to him for your vision to catch it, other than what you can only imagine is Jax's version or variation of this patron manifested for him might be different than what Jiri manifests it as. And with, that was a jarring song change. And with every inhale of Jax's meditation, the whirlpool around him swirls and swirls and swirls.
So he's at the center for
He is
like
at the
location-wise?
he is at the very center.
Where that like grate was that Jiri had been shoving people down.
Indeed, and you see that there is a swirling of water, but it's not draining enough to suck the water level down. The water level's higher than when you were last here in Jiri's mind.
Okay. I don't think the vision
And the
of
10
scrying
minutes of
gets me this.
times is just his meditation.
Okay, and I don't think the field of view is large enough to get a look at like the sky and like the different.
Other than the
colors.
general flashes across Jax's skin tone indicating what colorations of neural synapses are firing, no. Because even the liquid itself does not reflect anything.
Okay.
But that will pretty much conclude your scrying effort.
I was
Just
very
a-
prepared to just see Jiri and myself next to him and just be like,
That's what I was-
looking
I
in on
thought-
myself.
I thought I was just gonna appear in the room.
I
will
felt
give
like
you-
I was
I will
hovering
give you-
above my own body, watching myself sing.
I will give you one insight check due to the nature of that.
Yeah, like what was he attempting through that? Honestly, there's a chance I might use the D8 here, depending on what I roll. Yeah, do I want to try and beat 20? I would like to. What do I got going on?
Big if true.
I have no
Big if true.
inspiration, but I do have the D8. I will.
What
use
D8 is that? Because I'll use mine on it.
A D8 from the fight we did.
It's just, a
point
free it's just a free D8. I will use mine.
Okay.
Oh,
Go
man.
ahead.
Thank God.
Beating 20 will earn you some additional intel.
Fucking
Um,
yes.
The way I always usually handle DC, sometimes it can be somewhat binary, but generally there might be a spectrum of success
Right.
ability. Tobirama, you put together fairly quickly that Jiri was only not next to you down there because Jiri is currently conscious. The other times the dream spell has happened, Jiri has actively used the dream spell, or he has been asleep while someone went into his mind. When Jiri is awake, he's not actively down there, which also gives you the information that in order for all of you to somehow make your way down there to help Jiri's effort against Jax, you will all have to somehow be asleep and telepathically linked in some way.
Whoa.
Now, Jax, recalling Jax's final words, Jax suggested he might be able to facilitate some of that.
Yeah, he was eager.
Bring
for
whoever you
Jiri
want,
to
he said.
throw whatever he could at him. I will describe all of that. The Great doesn't seem to be draining as fast anymore. Level
that's
is
not good.
rising. I
All
don't know
that-
what the water represents.
I mean, those were all my memories getting washed away.
And you don't,
Oh, good,
we
right?
don't want your memories to wash
It's-
away.
Probably not.
How are you alive?
It's a valid question.
I don't know. How are you alive?
Well, I don't have like 14 different personalities in my
And
head
it's
trying to
many.
take
It's-
over.
There are many in there, and it seems like
I mean,
Gaspar
I do
is
have.
probably-
I have lots of enemies. Yes.
Most often, enemies don't imply like internal, literal demons.
But
Yes,
there's
they are very
also-
complex enemies.
There's Mako, there's Squall, there's All Dark.
Well, there's a few that I kicked down that drain too. I don't know if I probably should have done that. Kind of regretting it at this moment.
I don't think you had any reason to know better than that, Jerry. So I wouldn't beat yourself up too bad for that.
So how are we gonna get in there? Telepathic sleeping?
Well,
don't-
I think Jax was willing to help us get down there.
That sounds safe. It's
I mean,
trust.
I think he's literally saying, like, do your worst when you come back here. I think he's very confident he will defeat us.
Huh.
And I don't know that leaving him down there longer, stalling. I think he's just gonna get more situated and set up more adversity.
We could sleep on it.
without sleeping in it.
Sure.
Very well. Any final items of business to take care of with anyone before we long rest?
Yeah, I'll try to scry on the Mythiline Drakkar.
Ooh.
I don't know if this applies. Maybe the rituals. Commune and scrying have been cast so far. Do you have spell slots
Commune,
available?
I did ritually. Scrying cannot.
Okay. As long as you have the spell slot available, yes, you can scry again. Who are you targeting?
Drakkar, the Mythiline. We heard what was the name? Chiron mention, and I don't have any connection, and my knowledge is only second hand.
Second hand. Yep. Okay. All right, they will make a wisdom save. That's a 35.
Oh, fuck.
Nat 20 with
Plus
a large
10, plus
modifier.
5. Okay.
You just hear a thunderclap as you're immediately shunted out of the spell.
He's pretty powerful. He might be harder to beat than Jax, probably. That's why I'm worried about going back to Jalan too soon. We gotta get stronger.
That's a lot of defeating to do.
Yes.
Well, I'm saying, like, Jax might be like a baby step. Then we can take big step, you know?
I mean, we've got a few days left on the road.
Well, we can begin to tackle those. Unless there's any final items, we can go ahead and long rest, concluding the night here at the fort that you all have victoriously seized. And we will pick up the following day.
Jump zooms, just because it's a good breaking point.
(2024), the year we get a Zoom subscription as a group.
Oh, we should do that.
Yeah.
How much is it? Like $12 a month?
I think we figured it out. It's like, yeah, I think it would cost each of us like $12 for a year or something. We'd have to look at it though.
I would do that in a
So
second
game
for
for that.
sure. Well, the next morning will begin. Roulette will join us again shortly, and I'm sure MK's around. Nothing much of note this morning. You just, all the various forces start packing up rather rapidly. Very proficient at that at this point. And you all are able to begin your journey. There will be a couple days march left to get through to your destination. Maethros, the general, verdant lord of the Selethar, is seeing to the general management and day-to-day logistics of the troops, but requests that the five of you, as ranking Bravura, Magus, Tactician, Dragoon, and Paragon of the United Army, aid him in various tasks. I would like this to be an opportunity for each of you to describe something you lend your aid to in the next couple of days. It can be super open-ended. This is almost an opportunity for each of you to sort of portray how your character's living up to the fantasy for their vibe amongst the army. Kind of similar in vibe to Jiru's question at the beginning of the session, but this can be more mundane. It can be whatever you want. How are you helping? What skill might you use? And then we might make some skill challenges out of this.
Ooh, interesting.
Interesting.
Interesting. Last night, just sidebars, people start thinking. My friend said something like that he was a really nice person or something like that. I go, interesting. He just lost it. It's really good. Interesting.
What was the start of that again? Did Mathros come to us, or?
Specifically, I was just mentioning that he's seeing to the general logistics and general management of the troops as a general, but he asked you all as high-ranking members of the army to assist him in various tasks, ventures that you have the freedom to describe for us. And depending on your success in these ventures, functionally a skill challenge. If there are 3 successes before 3 failures, that can affect the traversal you make in the next couple days.
Mine is going to be a little like Telperian's thinking about it, and he wants to do a little political, also a little more combat-y, also a little bit like bridging some gaps. So he's gonna like whoever of my crew, because like I lead like the 100 or whatever. Like let's simplify it down to like a bridge 10 of like I get like 20 guys, people that are like really more directly influenced with me, and maybe they have command over the partial, like some kind of thing like that.
For sure.
I would want to, and then thinking about Kinsalo, I want to take and who's not here, but just like in thought, I want to take kind of the people that I'm working around and with, and like whenever there's spare moments for training, I want to start trying to like socialize a little bit with the bird folk. And like I've made strides as a person to do this, but I kind of want to start seeing what happens when I take like all like my peers and try to start like integrating both a little socially, but also like we've been now watching each other do some combats, so it'd be really interesting. Like we've never talked tactics because usually we've always our pits forts have always been against each other, but how are we like learning from each other now, and like what strategies can we use that the bird folk use that maybe we've not, like I think we could, I don't know, it'd just be interesting. So trying to start facilitate that.
So I think what I'd like to have you do is make it's going to be a charisma-based athletics check. It's going to use your charisma, which I know is not great, but you are proficient with athletics. So you're sort of using your comfort level and your experience with athletics and training to pursue a diplomatic venture. And situationally, since this is very relevant to your backstory and stuff, I'll give you advantage on this check.
You love it. So yeah, +3. Is it +3?
Yes.
Because it doesn't use strength.
4. Yeah.
+4 -1.
Okay.
Yep.
Woo! You guys, before you make a political figure, think about giving him an 8 in charisma. Just for the wise when you make your next characters. 14 is my number today, so I rolled a 17.
Very well done. You find a surprising amount of success in your ventures. You definitely are knitting together a couple crews and units, and they start to mingle more in the next couple days. That's a success for sure. How about someone else?
Rome's contribution will be like continually casting plant growth so as to feed the soldiers, and then also giving a direct order to the like cuddly creatures to like act as like
Therapy dogs.
companion therapy dogs.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean? PTSD is a real killer.
Yeah.
And these battles are traumatic.
Very cool. Let's have you go ahead and this is very survival-y.
Could I try and add something to this?
I don't, not if it's like a guidance, because it's like if it's an RP like vibe thing, then yes. But this is like representing her effort for this over days of time.
I was thinking maybe I could try and make an insight check to direct her to the right people to focus on, and maybe give her advantage on her check or something. Be like, who's really down and out right now?
Yeah, okay. So this is interesting. I want to get an insight check from Toby. A success on this will give advantage to Rome's check.
Because that was like literally what I was thinking. I was like, oh, I want to use an insight check to check on morale, and then that's what Rome did. So
Our insightful little magic 8-ball.
Very successful people skills from Toby Rama. You get a quick lay of the land of who is really thriving in this environment and who is out of their depth and misses home or is not used to the brutality of war, and you're able to assist Rome in her endeavor. So Rome, I'll give you a choice. You can either make a survival check with advantage, or you can make a ability check using your spellcasting modifier. So your proficiency bonus plus your wisdom mod. I think those are probably identical modifiers, I would guess.
I'm gonna do survival with advantage.
Okay. Perfect.
Ooh, nice.
Resounding success. You and Toby Rama, seeing to those who are a little down, you're able to feed them, gather your fauna followers to assist them, raise their spirits, etc. So another very clear success. How about Roulette or Jiri?
Mine's pretty similar. I also wanted to improve morale, but like instead of providing comfort, I want to provide laughter. So Jiri will be the jester and do some dancing, tell some stories, juggle, all sorts of stuff that Jiri is fond of doing. So he will go around probably with Roulette or with Roman and Toby and help out in that effort.
Okay, go ahead and make a performance check.
Holy fuck!
That's very successful.
I'm not even gonna do it well.
Roulette, what do you have to offer and contribute? This could affect more than I anticipated.
Roulette is going to use her fire-resistant breastplate to each night for like 2 hours set up a mini little forge, and she's gonna basically try and she's doing weapon repair and fine-tuning of armor for any soldiers who need it. So I will alert the rest of the troops that like if you have something that's broken or needs mending or like reworking, to bring it over, and I will work with Daisy to just have a little mini forge going.
Topirian keeps getting in line because he's been lazy about repairing some stuff, and now that you're offering it as a service, he's going to use it.
Perfect. So you just show up in line like 4 different times at different spots. Roulette, go ahead and make a tinkering check, which I think for you is basically intelligence plus proficiency, unless you'd prefer to use your sleight of hand.
Intelligence plus. No, I think it's just that yeah, intelligence.
I would say actually, this is rudimentary enough work that your intelligence is sort of passive. This can definitely be a sleight of hand. How effective are you at these repairs? So go ahead and make sleight of hand. You guys succeeded on every venture with a nat 20 in the mix. So not only will your trek be very much on time, you don't lose any time, but there will be another benefit coming to you guys that I will clarify when it's here.
It's a vacation for these soldiers. They're having the time of their lives.
You guys are very awe-inspiring individuals. You've gathered a lot of goodwill and respect from people, and among some people, even awe of tales of your deeds, and then witnessing them themselves, witnessing your actions, walking at their side, marching along their troops. You're not just some tale figures that like get the praise. No, you're in battle with them. You guys are really cementing yourself as renowned members of this army. And a couple days go by. Jiri, I'd like you to make 5 wisdom saving throws.
I love this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
At least minus 15.
That was 4. You need one more.
Wait a minute. Saving throws?
Yes, saving throws. So are you proficient
These are
in these?
all yes.
Plus
These are
4.
all plus 4. Dang.
So a
So
9, an 18, an 11. Okay. On the 4th day alone, you feel a sort of pressure in your mind, and you're only able to recognize it because you've nat 20'd a couple times over the last month. There's a sort of pressure being pushed on your mind that you've been subconsciously fighting off, and you feel it that 4th day. Your wisdom, your higher wisdom that day is actually facilitating you being able to notice this presence. If you want, you can make an Arcana check to determine what it might be.
Jerry's like, yeah, no, I don't want to.
that's exactly what I want to do. Come on. Oh, 16.
Go.
Could be related to anything. You've got a lot of mind troubles. Could be stuff going on inside your head, recent travel exhaustion, other phenomena. You're not quite sure.
But I am worried. So I'm going to go to Toby and let him know.
I am worried.
Okay, perfect. You avail Toby of this knowledge.
You described it as pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like Jax is bottling up what's going on inside your mind. That's where my mind goes to first. If
You think it's Jax?
If he's stopping the flow down there, I think he's causing that. I think that makes sense. I think there certainly could be other options.
Ask the telepath.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we should ask Telperion. He might help. But let's pretend like we don't need his help. Pretend like we don't want him to help, and then he'll really want to help.
Oh god, how do I RP not knowing that
All right,
comment?
so Jerry, here's how we do this.
Horrible.
We walk by him as we're chatting about this, like, oh, that is so interesting. No, but it's probably this, and like make it seem like we totally got it.
Do you
Yeah.
mention the word minds at all?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Yeah, like he's filling up, like he's stopping the flow in your mind. And I'll mention Jax by name, and we're just walking
Maybe
by.
I
we
like-
should ask Colette about this. She knows a lot about mines.
My
She
back
might be the
straightens
one
up.
to go to.
Roulette does know a lot about mines.
Can Jerry make a strength save?
Oh, God.
You gotta be a 14.
Can I?
You just pull him right back to you.
No, it's 15, I think. Damn it.
Ooh.
You feel a jostle
strong.
as you feel like a jostle, like because I try to pull you back to me, and then I like kind of fly over. What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing that you'd be interested in. Just mine stuff.
Yeah, Jerry's been having some like mental pressure happening recently. We think it could be Jax, but we were gonna go check with Roulette.
Why?
Yeah, she would know how to like. Maybe she could like
No.
fix, tinker in there. Maybe read my mind a little
Isn't
bit.
there something you can
that
like
kind of
place
stuff.
on a body part and listen what's going on inside?
She's very
She's probably
magical.
got one of those.
Can I roll an insight check on Jerry?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so
Go ahead and
unfair.
Roll
Like-
deception, Jerry, too.
Meanwhile, Roulette is
It's
taking like a
disadvantage
metal.
because I'm trying to help him and not doing it.
Well, I rolled a 9 and I have nothing to it. I'll do a disadvantage. I rolled a 7.
Roulette's taking a metal cod piece out of her little furnace as she's trying to re-weld it.
So here's the problem. I know Jerry's a bullshitter, and he bullshits so well.
I'm not
I
doing a
think
great
that, like,
job.
I think for a minute I'm like, he's not this stupid that he.
Yeah,
just,
I'll say-
And then I would.
Yeah, I'll say
foresee that
Toby Rama for fun. Also make a deception
Yeah.
check.
I mean, I rolled a 7. I had disadvantage because otherwise.
Deception.
Good. Oh.
Yeah, so Jerry's spewing nonsense, but that could be nonsense he believes or nonsense he doesn't believe and he's deceiving you for. It's hard to pick out which one. He is very... There's so much volume, it's hard to pick out what's real and not. But Toby Rama, you're catching little facial cues
I'm
that
doing my
Toby
best
Rama's
to
in on
keep
this.
up with the bit.
All right, let me in there.
Give me that.
Yeah, give me a head.
I mean, if you really want to, Telperion, but just remember we're doing you the favor.
That's always how it works. Yeah.
I'll do some enhanced ability on Telperion with intelligence, probably, is what you're after,
I don't know.
or maybe just
That's
a guidance.
Toby's call.
Yeah.
Let's just do a guidance. More of a catch-all.
Okay. Telperion, are you what are
I'm
what
gonna
are
detect
specifically
thoughts,
doing?
and I'll
Detect
dive
thoughts,
deep.
Okay. Okay.
And I would have asked a couple questions. Like, I'd be like,
Yeah.
"What are you sensing?" So I know how to
Mhm.
be analyzing the situation.
Jiri, do you resist his detect thoughts at all?
No, I will let him. Well, hold on. Let's see if I can. It's charisma or wisdom?
Wisdom save.
Jerry wants to know if he can, so then he can decide.
Yes, he wants the
Yeah.
power to
15 is
let
what
you
you have to
in.
be.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You feel almost like a contested challenge. Jiri just instinctively tries to fight you out, but you
I
know
do a
how to
literal,
get in
like-
there.
Like in combat, in training, I'm sure there's times where I go like, Jerry, stop touching that. And I just like do a Jerry swat. And I feel like I do a mental Jerry swat. Like, I know you're fucking around. Get out of my way.
Yes, and you are able to probe deeper, and you focus on Jiri's recent memories of whatever that situation was. Go ahead and make an... I think go ahead and make an investigation check.
You can do that.
Guidance works where you can pick what ability check you want to use it on. So if you feel good about investigation, you can.
I'll
save
use.
the
Well, I have a
guidance.
+7, but I don't even know if there's gonna be another save or check. So in my mind, I'm like, let's just do this as good as we can. So do you want to roll it? You can roll the d4.
Yeah.
Investigation. Oh crap! I rolled a 4, but I get +7, so 7, 11. That's 11, right?
I rolled a 4.
7 plus
15 total?
Yeah, 15 total.
Telperion, focusing on Jiri's recent experience of this phenomena, the only information you are able to glean is that based on the way that felt, it felt more external than internal.
Jerry, someone is fucking with your mind from the outside. I can assume. So usually it's the opposite. Usually all the insanity is coming from within you. Question.
Maybe Jax escaped.
What the fuck? Wait, what are you wearing of Koda's? I'm literally wearing his coat, but what do you have of his?
The
It's
sheep.
cheap.
And we don't have the
Maybe
vote.
it's Dodger car. Maybe it's Moira. Didn't he mention Moira when I killed him?
Yes.
We thought that was the pauldron, probably. That could
No,
be-
he was like, "Don't you see him?" or something like that. Like he was talking to Moira. Like she was watching through his eyes or something like that. Maybe she saw me.
Toby, do you think he's being scryed on? Does this ever happen when does this happen to you, Jerry, in a day? Has it happened before?
I don't know. This is the first time I felt it. But I have a suspicion that it's been happening for a while.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. This time you noticed it, but you've succeeded on it enough in the recent past where you do think this has happened more than once, but you were able to catch it when it happened this time.
And it's not happening now. It's like it lasts for a spot and then it's done.
I don't know, Chris.
Yeah, Jiri,
God.
make a perception check.
14.
You do think that feeling lingered for quite a few minutes,
Yeah,
but
that's
then
a while.
dissipated.
Quite a few minutes. Scrying is usually about 10 minutes.
Oh,
Coda's final words were, "Moira, are you getting this? Are you seeing him?"
something
As
like
he,
that.
as he looked at you.
Yes,
So she has a visual of you potentially.
potentially. Oh, I'm gonna need a disguise. Would that work? Does that stop
Oh,
crying?
No.
you need like mind shielding or something. Your specialty.
And I don't feel confident putting this necklace on you.
Why not?
There's wild, chaotic energy.
I'm wild and chaotic as well.
I think it's my life goal to be getting you less chaotic.
Born is wild and chaotic. I was born in wild and chaos.
I could designate one place to be free from scrying.
Ooh, designate my brain.
It costs 1,000 gold to do so.
Oh man, pretty broke.
What other magic is available?
We are not very wealthy.
What else has Kellenborg provided me with?
I'm gonna take a break from these two while they think about it. And I'm gonna go to my spell book. I'm gonna say, Minerva. Can someone count for me? Minerva. What do you know of scrying? I'm suspicious a Talon is scrying on Jiri. Not sure. Can we stop it? What am I at?
I don't know.
5
Also
left.
high.
5
Close
left.
enough.
19.
Yeah, also high. Jiri said high.
She said hi. Perfect.
Jury said hi. Jury said hi.
Very quickly, you hear back. Take all actions cautiously. Do you have any means of seeing invisible entities?
No.
Otherwise, I can avail you of the spell at a loss of this page.
So I can't. I hope she hears in her head, long knowing me, that Telperion says absolutely no. And then that's it for the day. When it comes to like the long rest at the end of the evening when we're chilling, I want to avail everyone in the group of what we've that's transpired. And I want to ask, well, okay, so here's a question. It might take some time, but what if we could have somebody spot? Can someone see something invisible? Is there like a note of magic when this happens on Jiri and we could watch him for a day? Minerva mentioned a spell that she could give us, but I'd lose this communication.
Toby, can you run through the details really quick of your scry? Like, so
Yes.
you can see a different spot, but like, is there like an outline of you standing there?
It's a very tight view you're viewing in. So it's not rooms or such, but companions next to you. Conversations sometimes can be heard.
Do me a favor, can you scry on me right now?
Yeah, I'll do that.
I've been involved with a lot of important conversations lately, guys.
I think we all have Jiri, which is
I'll scry on roulette and be very detailed in describing what I'm seeing.
Roulette,
of
do
her.
you
don't have a-
instinctively want to defend against it? Do you want to steal
Oh.
your willpower, or are you intending to intentionally fail and let whatever this is happen?
I will intentionally Oh, actually, I should have made you scry on Jiri.
To see if it feels the same.
Can I retcon that really quick?
Sure, yeah. You're theory crafting, yeah.
Toby, scry on Jiri right now, and Jiri, just see if, I guess to confirm, see if this is like the same feeling you get.
I scry on
I don't-
Jiri.
Direct Toby to scry on Jiri.
Jiri, do you allow the scrying to succeed? Do you intentionally fail the wisdom save associated with it?
Wait, am I supposed to, guys?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, yes.
Okay, you intentionally fail. Go ahead and make a perception check as Jiri.
Eight.
You allow yourself to be scryed upon by Toby Rama, and you try and pay attention to the feeling, but you don't feel anything.
So I will, while Toby is eyes closed or something. I don't even know how we're
looking into a thing of water.
Oh, so I can see what you're scrying on? No,
Probably not.
I think only Toby Rama can.
Okay.
You can see him looking at a disc of liquid, and he seems to be getting a lot out of it.
Okay, I will. I will. I'm gonna like talking to Toby. Like, okay, what side of Jiri's space are you looking at right now? And I mostly want to pinpoint the exact spot that Toby is looking from. And am I able to sense anything there?
And I'm concentrating, and I'm saying, "Oh, do you have a way to detect magic right now, Roulette? Would that help?"
Oh, I do. I will instacast detect magic.
You cast detect magic. You do feel a presence. You feel what divination magic. You can tell there is an aura of divination magic around Jiri, but you can't pinpoint the specific location. In order to identify the invisible sensor, you would have to use some version of seeing invisibility, but detect magic's able to tell that something's there.
But I do, so mostly I was getting, but I do get the sense that there is some sort of like thing.
Divination magic is, you don't get a specific location, but you can tell that there is divination magic affecting Jiri right now.
Okay. Okay, that sounds good. Tomorrow,
Do we think we could try and detect it and maybe dispel it?
Well, here's a question, Toby.
I can see invisibility things.
Toby can't be there.
Correct. So
you shield this kind of thing, I think.
Jiri,
Roulette, make a Arcana check.
I think there's a chance that's hyper individualized.
Did it go?
Does your item say?
I haven't seen it come through quite yet.
It's not in the item description. It's just a nature of Divinor.
Oh. It's 25.
We need a companion.
25 is absolutely adequate to recall you and Toby's brief experiments with the Dread Iron's properties, or I'm sorry, not the Dread Iron, the Divinor's properties. You don't have any data yet to suggest the radius of the Divinor's potency. It could be individualized. It could be shrouding all of you right now. You're not quite sure.
I'd say two things. One, Jiri, don't have any important conversations tomorrow, just in case. Toby, don't be near Jiri, because I think so. I do have a way tomorrow. I'll make sure I have it ready. I have a way that I can see this invisible sensor for like spurts at a time. So Jiri, I might just track you tomorrow and see if I can catch this person doing it to confirm whatever we're thinking might be the scrying.
But then, wait, we can use this to our advantage. We should have a conversation full of misdirection.
So that's what I want to do. I want to first confirm that this is a scrying thing, and then if we know that you're getting scryed on, yeah, that's something we might be able to use to our advantage.
It's also important to remember how long we can use that to our advantage, because if we're getting to our destination in 2 days, and then she can track truth of what we're doing, we can only misdirect her like once or twice. And also, we'd have to stage it for the exact second you notice a pressure.
I mean, they all, whoever this is may already know everything from previous scries, but yeah.
Can you all...
I mean, I was there when we planned this whole mission that requires us to do this.
But she only has a 10-minute period to guess, or a couple 10-minute periods. She's probably very powerful magically, but
we came up with that plan in like 2 minutes. It was a quick plan.
How would she have known that's the time to look in and listen to what we were saying?
Right, the chances of her like knowing the exact moment.
I don't know. How do we know she can't just continuously cast this all day? Maybe she's spying on me. She's obsessed.
We haven't even met her and she's in our heads already. Well, Jiri's head for sure.
Well, I think let's wait till tomorrow, see if I can confirm this.
Applying pressure to Jiri's mind externally.
Wait, where that? You can see invisible things forever, or do you? It only works for a short period.
It's for like an hour at a time. I'd get a couple hours tomorrow where I'd tail you from afar to not arouse suspicion or something. But I guess they wouldn't even see you. I don't know. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on you tomorrow.
What if I detected thoughts while she was actually doing it? No, that's not thought related. She's just watching.
Correct.
Yeah. Which is also why I'm confused on why there's any level of discomfort.
Well, there's some
Toby
resistance
Rama,
involved, right?
you've mentioned this a couple times now. I'll give you an Arcana check.
God, I'm so fucking smart, dude. Let's go.
Hey,
Pretty good roll. When Jiri allowed your scrying to fail, he was not able to tell anything happened. He was trying to feel for it. If he brought it to you with the sensation of pressure, it's possible
Mhm.
that the act of resisting granted a sensation that otherwise would not be
Making a
determinable.
saving throw, if you will.
Yes, literally him succeeding on a saving throw of some kind could have caused a sensation that he otherwise would have missed.
Maybe I should like separate myself from the army for a little bit. You know what I mean? Like walk not with everybody. That way, I don't know. Can you get like location data from this?
I don't think so. I have
Well,
no
also-
reason to believe so.
I wonder, can these two bestowers of magic make you better at detecting her tomorrow?
For a minute, I can give you a D4 to saves. I was looking
Is enhance ability also saving throw?
checks, just checks.
Mm. We could give him a ring of protection. Jiri, you want to wear this tomorrow?
And my cloak. Double down.
But I don't need to resist it, right? We just need to know when it's happening.
I think you resisting it helps us know when it's happening.
But if I resist it, doesn't it not happen?
It doesn't work. And then
And
theoretically,
we want to see it.
So can you just cast it for like 10 hours tomorrow?
I will just follow him around. I will get at least 3 or 4 castings of it. So
Oh,
through.
here's something we could do. Roulette, you and I could go back and forth ritually casting Detect Magic. Does it last 10 minutes?
Holy moly, it does.
So the moment you sense something affect Jiri, you could then turn on your other magic. It's valid.
Roulette will immediately draw this out in a specific schematic so that we're not doing 10, 10, 10, 10. We're doing 10 minutes, 9.5 minute break, 10 minutes, 9.5 minute break, so that we're just overlapping for 30 seconds with the spell that would last 10 minutes. Yes, I will have Detect Magic and See Invisibility prepared tomorrow.
Also have Dispel Magic ready if that's of interest.
Is there a scroll of detect magic in the camp anywhere? If I like put it out, because I can learn it and I can do this. Nice.
I'm gonna say no, even without like a check to ask around. I think it's a fairly clean inventory lack thereof. However, on the following day, we'll go ahead and throw on this music. This is the final day of the march, where after camping this final day, you should be arrived near enough to the war camps where the assault can happen the following day. Jiri did already make his save this day. He already rolled it for the fifth day, and failed. So Roulette and Toby Rama, go ahead and each roll a d20. Whoever's higher, that is the person who detects a presence affect Jiri.
I'm gonna roll my massive mighty 9 die I got over Christmas.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I rolled a 1.
So Roulette, during
Hey.
your detection of
Jim.
magic, probably mid-afternoon or so, you catch something. The same thing you sensed the other day. Divination magic is active on Jiri right now.
I will whisper this to Toby because I'm assuming we're just like, I guess we have to be 30 feet away from him. We're tailing behind Jiri. I will whisper it to Toby, and I will immediately cast See Invisibility which I'm assuming is I use the eyes of minute seeing, but it's a different lens.
That's amazing. As soon as you flip that other lens on, you see it. This glowing red orb just hovering about 10 feet over Jiri's head, just floating, this little elliptical figure eight pattern that stays centered over his head as Jiri continues to walk.
Can I be with you guys? Because
Sure.
I'm very invested in this.
I mean, yeah, we were like planning for this. So
When you see it, I'm gonna message Minerva myself. I'm gonna go off and message Minerva in my book, and I'm gonna write. And I'll have thought to you. I mean, I don't know if you're when you started doing that.
I'll whisper back to you, to whoever's next to me, not to Jiri, because I don't want to be within earshot of the thing, and I will say someone's spying on Jiri, and they're spying right now.
I'll go off and message Minerva and be like, "There's a red orb hovering over Jiri as we speak. Considering if we can use it for misinformation."
Let's go ahead and jump zooms before we pick back.
Jump zoom.
Jump zoom.
Got him.
Dude, I can't believe we're catching someone scrying on us.
Jiri is currently talking about the intricacies of Skyball to Rome.
Yes.
You see a message appear on that page, Telperion, and it says, "Misleading would take substantial planning. It would have to be executed perfectly. I recommend dispelling it."
All right. I shoot back to Roulette. Could you dispel that magic? Also, I kind of want to see if Toby walking up to it makes it go away.
Oh, actually, that's good. Toby,
I think that's Toby too.
Toby, two things. One, just walk up to it, and
Hug Jiri.
hug Jiri. I'll keep an eye on it, see if it goes away.
So I walk up to Jiri and I'm like, "Wait, but I thought you were saying that this was more points than that," and I'm jumping in on the Skyball combo.
Oh, Toby, I was just talking about how the Skyball is kind of like a lemon, but it's like the size of a watermelon.
Wait, but so it's the shape of a lemon, but it's
No, it's the
size
color of a lemon, shape of a watermelon, and it's got two little bumps on it on
Is
either
it as
end.
big as a watermelon?
Yeah, the size of a watermelon. Yeah.
But not the
Telperion
shape
thinks to
of a
himself,
And
and
it
we were.
bounces.
Telperion thinks, and we were
can-
going to use him to give misinformation.
Bro, as we're having this conversation, Rome's growing different types of plants to be like this.
Amazing. Roulette, go ahead and make an investigation check, or Arcana, your choice.
Sure.
As Tobirama approaches Jiri, it does not dispel this sensor, but you do detect it shudder and sort of take on a more chaotic appearance. What was sort of a very refined, composed moat of energy swaying, it now has like little tendrils of like static all around it.
Interesting. Okay, I will catch up to them. Toby, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
And I will turn to the sensor, point directly at it, and say, "Can you dispel this?"
I'll cast Dispel Magic, intending to get rid of a divination magic source in that direction. Well, let me read Dispel
Yeah,
Magic.
do you have to see it?
Oh, that's true. I
was just reading.
I also prepared
Choose
Dispel
a
Magic.
creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each level higher.
That's if you target a target.
Any spell for each spell of 4th level or higher on the target. I'm expecting this to be scrying, so I'll make it a 5th level Dispel Magic.
Choose any creature, object, or magical effect within range.
I will say, Crit, to like help his argument, he could cast Detect Magic, and then see the divination magical effect.
That's true, but he wouldn't be. I think there's no version of which Toby Rama yet can identify the pinpoint location of the sensor. However,
Okay.
because the spell does not require sight specifically, I think you have enough environmental knowledge, and given by Roulette, she pointed to it. You channel magic in that direction, and you just hear a, and the sensor disappears.
I think we're good for now, at least. I don't know. They know, whoever it is, they know that we know they were scrying. Maybe it'll deter them in the future.
If they don't think it's as valuable anymore now that it's out in the open.
Yeah.
But we still have to be vigilant for it.
It's true.
Because now the only defense is, I mean, I'll ask Minerva tomorrow, but the only defense is dispelling it as soon as it appears, so they can't get anything useful. But how are we gonna keep you?
Roulette and I were just casting Detect Magic for like 8 hours. Like that was.
No.
It's not enjoyable.
What? Wait, what time is it right now?
Probably early evening. It's still mid-afternoon. That was all a lot of things we handled in the middle of mid-afternoon, but it took place over 10 minutes or so.
Toby, when did I come to you with my headache yesterday?
A little earlier in the afternoon.
Mind feet. No, I don't. But
no, it was around this time, but earlier afternoon.
Yeah, maybe earlier.
So not a
than
fixed
today, but
time each day.
No pattern yet.
And that just means Detect Magic duty.
Very well. Well,
If
after...
you
Yep.
if you two could make a scroll of Detect Magic, I could copy it in my spellbook and help you. But I don't know if you can do that. You've made scrolls before, Toby.
I aided Mirage a lot. I don't know that I have that down or what I would need to make that. He certainly could and might even just have one of those on hand.
Oh, we could message him. Maybe he could send it to us.
Something similar.
I don't know if that little air creature was expensive.
No, that's worth doing. And just,
His little Moby friend, yeah.
And that'll always be useful to you in the future. So, yeah, I'll send a message to Mirage.
Tell him it's actually legitimate defensive import. It's not just we're hungry for an item, and this is horribly important.
I'll message Mirage, and I can do this a couple of times to any extra clarifying. Roulette and I discovered someone has been scrying on Jiri, but it took us casting Detect Magic for several hours to know when to look for it. Can you make Telperion a scroll of Detect Magic? Urgently.
Who says hi?
This one is extremely busy these days. No time for spell scribing. Good thing I already have a scroll of such. For the army's use, I suppose it won't go on your tab.
How much were first level scrolls? When
I think generally 25 or 50. Let me look.
Right, I'm gonna
his...
get 50 gold and just pretend that I don't have it anymore.
Scrolls first level 50. Cantrips.
This isn't on the army's tab.
Yeah, but I wanted him on our good side, so.
Well, I got such a good prank for him next time. I can't wait.
Moments later, maybe a couple minutes, an air elemental holding a single scroll.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if he was carrying a box.
Thank you, Wind Moby.
Thank you,
I'll take it. I'll try and
What's up, Wind
drop
Moby?
5 platinum in its hand.
just falls through the hand.
I figured. I figured. The thought that counts.
Later,
Oh.
dude.
On my mind.
Dissipates.
For one Topirian moon song.
All right,
Hello,
I'm gonna
Detective
learn this
Magic.
spell and help you cast it tomorrow because I don't want this witch watching us.
That gets us a 10-minute break between each.
Not to be a bean counter here, Topirian,
I'll
do you
hit-
have adequate magical inks and stuff to scribe this? You definitely have enough time, but you do
Yeah,
need
and
the
I
specific
definitely have enough
materials.
money. I remember buying something in advance for this kind of thing. I have to check. But
I don't have anything.
I thought I bought some stuff in advance to do this, so I'm gonna look around. But
Okay.
Also, not to quash plans for tomorrow, but correct me if
Today's
I'm
like the
wrong.
last day of the march.
Tomorrow we're getting to wherever we're going, right?
Yeah.
Should we chat with the general, see what the actual plan is?
It's probably a good idea. But wait, I can't be there.
Correct. Sorry, Jerry.
How
How am
long
I gonna do
is
what the
how
plan
long
is?
is sea invisibility?
For an hour.
if detect
And
magic,
it hasn't popped up again above Jiri's head.
I'll cast it right before going into whatever meeting we're about to have with Mathros, and I will have Dispel Magic, my other casting of Dispel Magic, ready to go.
if we're detecting magic during the meeting, wouldn't we be able to let Jerry be there?
No, he can't. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. I'm saying, yeah, I'm gonna keep him. Yeah.
Great.
I don't need to know the plan. My plan is chaos. Just
I
let
didn't-
me on that battlefield.
Crit, I have a spell book of guest bards that has detect magic in it, so I can just use his spell book.
That is absolutely correct.
Yeah.
That
Sorry,
is absolutely correct.
We're gonna save the scroll and give it back to Mirage.
Minerva rolls her eyes somewhere halfway across the
Listen,
Yeah, no,
I'm
that's
new
a
to being a
really
wizard.
good catch, though. Yeah.
That means I didn't help you guys today with a book in my bag that would let me help you today.
Yes. Let's think. Can we think of when we've talked about plans in the past? Were they generally in the early afternoon? That's so obscure. of a
Yeah, I'm gonna
question.
say it is so obscure that there's no meaningful information to glean from that question. You think back over the past couple months since Olandris meeting with Kari, communing with Magnus, meeting with the generals at Forest Hollow. Things have happened so sporadically
They happened when
that
they happened. We didn't
they happen when
plan.
they happen. Sometimes things were in the afternoon, sometimes things were in the bright morning. You're not sure.
So
big one
hard
was
to
with Kari.
say if they've heard anything important or not.
I think we gotta assume that they did. That's the safest route, right?
Why don't we take this to
Right.
Mirage or Mathros and share this with them?
Yes, let's at least get this out in the open to consider.
Oh man, this is gonna make me look bad.
But also, it's 307 bio break.
Fur vibes. Yeah, it's 307 Fur vibes. I also
Oh,
wanted to put this
God.
image on. I just totally forgot. It is definitely snowing heavily over the course of these couple days. Not enough to assuage your journey. However, it's definitely dusting the ground, maybe a couple inches thick over the course of this very plains-based countryside as you're marching. But definitely thick of winter vibes here in early to mid-February. Sun's dawn is what this month is.
I keep making warm puffs of prestidigitation air into loaf.
Perfect. Okay, so yeah, let's take a bio break and come back here.
Sweet.
It's a big, grumpy blue guy with. Is it? I can't read this stuff.
It's a Koloss.
Oh, dude, I've never looked them up before. How have I never done this?
They're pretty disturbing.
Well, the ripped skin imagery is so crazy. Yeah, that's pretty much what I had in mind. They did a good job describing those guys. And what did we determine this? Hopefully this is a spoiler for anyone that could overhear this. What was it determined that Koloss were?
People. And
People that had been changed by
impaled
what?
with 4 hemalurgic spikes.
Oh,
All
in a
of
specific
them-
way. They were a linchpin in the back holding them together. Okay, so they are like an inquisitor in a sense.
Yeah.
But were they able to figure it out themselves? Because they would create more of their own kind, right?
By using whatever leftover spikes from when a Koloss was killed or something. Like,
Yeah, because their
just kinda
numbers.
kept
No one
the
knew how
same
they
numbers.
reproduced, but their numbers never depleted. So they would just, if one died, they'd make a new one by killing a new person.
because the iron spike steals just literal strength from a person, and having too much strength, like, literally was bursting them at the seams.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I forgot about that detail.
so Brandon's birthday on December 19th, he calls Happy Koloss Head Munching Day. Funny looking dude.
Oh.
Oi, 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 oi.
Oing, 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 oing. Oing, oing, oing.
Jesus. Moink, moink,
Oh, Archimedes.
moink.
That was on the spot. How am I supposed to eat for you sitting on me?
Was he hiding in a secret hidey hole?
No, we have these like stool ottomans that we put under the desk, and I have a blanket and a pillow on one right now, and it's like sloughing off. It's not stable. And he jumped onto it as if that was going to be his spot, realized it wasn't going to be, and then did a wall jump off of the pillow onto my lap. And I wasn't expecting any of it. It was just like, here he is.
That's really funny.
Oh, fuck, you want to watch
Describing
me?
it as a wall jump was very effective.
It really was, because it was at like this kind of angle.
Yeah.
Oh, Tim. Oh, Alex, I never said in the text, thank you so much for those awesome magnets, because I didn't want to spoil it for Steve because he wasn't here. Those magnets, and thank you for the magic packs, and those magnets are
So good.
so fucking fun. Oh, there's Toby.
Yeah, those were awesome gifts.
So
Thank
good.
you so much for them. The magnets are definitely already on my fridge.
Yeah.
And the
Oh.
magic packs were super fun.
Yay.
Dude,
What was your favorite card that
the
you pulled?
postcard, holy shit, with the fucking T-Rex.
I've flipped through this
Incredible.
deck, this little mini deck, so many times.
Yeah,
I
the
just
art-
love this Ice Out card. It's like a counter spell, but it just has major like Elsa vibes, and it's
Yeah.
holographic and beautiful.
That's the queen from that set. One of the ice, like an ice witch.
What are like these extra?
Art is
just
so much fun to look at.
The art cards, just like the extra art cards.
They're just for fun, just to look at the art.
The lands are always my favorite. When you get a
Oh.
cool.
I got like a holographic basic blue land.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's cool.
Nice.
Like that was my
Yeah, I got like
graphic from one.
virtually no lands. I got like one mountain in the whole in both
You usually
sets.
get a land a pack.
Yeah.
Maybe I
Both
got
of
maybe I
mine
got
were-
another one. Let's see what
Both
the
of
other
my
one would have been.
shiny cards were lands, but this one was interesting. Hidden
I got a
Necropolis.
mountain.
Ooh.
Not all lands look exactly the same.
Hidden
Chris. Sometimes they
Necropolis.
look like a different type of card, but it's like the
That's what
key-
I'm thinking. I probably missed like a unique land.
In the middle is where.
Oh yeah, hidden courtyard is a
Yep.
land
Yeah, there you go.
cave, and I don't know what the cave has to do with it necessarily, but it looks like it's a white
Land type, right?
I
tap
don't
for
think it's
white.
new-
So
Wait, is Cave new?
That's what you said.
I think it's new.
Yes, because Cave is from Lost Caverns, I think.
of Ixalan or
Of
whatever that
Ixalan,
thing
yeah.
is.
It's
Oh,
just
Gate was the old one I was thinking of.
correct.
like
Gate was the
land.
only, yeah. Chris, it's basically just like the subtype of a land where there's other
Yeah,
land.
because
saying,
I've seen
"Go
like
get a
land
cave."
snow too, and I'm like, what is
Mhm.
that? Oh, it's kind of specific to this like set that came out, I guess.
Yep.
I'm sure it synergizes in certain ways, but otherwise it's a basic type.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This was also a cool one. It's adaptive gem guard. It's really hard to see.
Ooh.
But
Oh,
it's
wow.
like it's like this gnome automaton thing, and it looks insanely cool. It basically looks like a pink and bronze version of like the machines from Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah, I love the little gnomes in that set.
Mm.
They're cool.
Do you have a deck like it all, or do you just have like a few cards here and there?
These are the first cards I've ever had in my hands.
Oh my god!
Like that I've
Hey.
ever owned. Yeah, so no, I don't have a deck. This is the most disjointed
This little
combination of
pick-
cards.
ruiner.
Oh, Picnic ruiner,
Little
yeah.
red
That's a
cap
nice-
goblin bug.
That's awesome. There's such a cute vibe of like, oh, let's go for a picnic in the Feywild, and then you all just get massacred by red caps.
Right. Happens.
Cool. All right. Well, we can dive back in here.
Wait, were you expecting the most intense dive into how do we get rid of this scry?
Definitely did not anticipate that interaction this session.
I had no reason to think that Roulette had seen visibility. That's awesome.
They have all the non-damage wizard spells. So it often,
Yeah.
if it's a wizard
Yeah,
spell
yeah.
and it doesn't do damage, they have it.
Yep. That's funny.
Give me the utility things. All of them.
So you guys are approaching General Mathros to get the game plan for tomorrow's assault. Yes,
Yeah.
Mathros will give the following information. That first of all, should I RP this? I'm not going to RP it. I'll just give
No.
the information. He will say that because of your aid in the various tasks on your journey, they were able to send a small contingent of the forces southward on taking a little bit of an extra tail in their journey, and they will be returning this night with additional reinforcements of Selithar from the forest that should aid the assault.
You.
With that being in mind, it will also have a separate, distinct benefit to you all when we touch that warfare skirmish. He'll also say that scouts have surveilled further ahead some of the bird folk that can transform into various bird kinds. We're able to get the information that the war camps are about a half day's journey ahead, so we'll march out in the morning, we'll get there and attack tomorrow. They seem to be fairly lightly manned, because they're war camps, not the official siege staging grounds. But the specific numbers that were estimated do seem a little light, which either indicates that Durast has pulled back somewhat toward the capital at Ostennis because they anticipate a near victory at the siege, or they've devoted more forces to the siege for redundancy. But either way, the forces there at the camps should be within our means to defeat, as long as we don't misstep, make bad calculations, etc. They have not been able to determine this night which Talon oversees the troops, but it is likely that one of them is here, likely Vitria, based on previous intel, if that can still be relied upon. It's also possible that the Talons might have been going back and forth between the siege effort and this war camp. So, shaky information on what we might expect to find there. But the goal is to press forward, take the camp, sabotage supplies, cargo, weapons, and food stores that we won't want to make use of ourselves, to basically permanently interrupt the supply line from the capital to this siege. If time permits, we could also dig trenches west of the camp to further disrupt any attempt at infantry making it here to try and oust us. Or we could abandon the camp entirely once it's taken, go somewhere else, and they wouldn't be able to quickly retake this campground. So those are the bits and pieces of the game plan that he's been able to decide on so far. Regardless, any and all of these efforts would help mitigate the western pressure on Atheros, and assuming the northern hooking group can do the same for the north, we might even be able to take Atheros and bring freedom back to the Glassguard and creations there. Use it for a new staging ground if possible. So that's the intel available.
Neat.
But otherwise, we march at first light.
Mhm.
Any issues on any of your ends? Do you need assistance with anything? Supplies, rations?
Oh, well, we have a piece of intelligence that needs disseminating. We've become aware that some kind of tracking sensor has been appearing near Jiri invisibly for some days now, and it's taken time to investigate. A message Minerva about this the past 2 days, to try to figure out how to deal with it. And we have suspicions that it is from the Talon Moira because of something the Talon Kota said as Jerry killed him. So we should think maybe because she has had a visual of him now, that she's able to scry on him and either listen to his conversations or watch him for small portions of the day.
This is alarming, of course. How long has this been going on? You said it's been happening a couple times?
Yes, but it's not my fault.
Even if that is the case, I certainly don't blame you for the attempts of some third party remotely applying magic. But we do need to understand, get a picture of what this individual knows, how they might use that information. And let's hope it doesn't dissuade our success tomorrow. You said it was you suspect the Talon Moira. No intelligence has suggested she's at play here in the siege effort, so hopefully we still will just run into the other one of the other Talons at the maximum and can deal with them as necessary.
Yeah, probably her. She wants me back. I was in prison there for a while with her, and I escaped. Me and my dad. So it's probably what it is.
Your dad escaped in more ways than one.
This
Yeah.
magic
Oh, yeah.
is not very. It doesn't have a very long duration, so it's hard to say if anything important to our marches or the war effort in general was overheard. At best, maybe an hour or two a day, but it would have to be the right time to listen into important things. So I don't think this means our plan is
Roughly,
off or anything, but
if it is in line with scrying magic that you suspect, I'm somewhat aware of the capabilities of this endeavor based on intelligence from the princess, as well as Seneschal Korik has been attempting to scry on various people of import that he's been able to suss out at the Beast King's discretion. Hopefully it is the case that they have only gained bits and pieces, glimpses into our daily ongoings, and not dire, important conversations. I will need to consort with a few individuals I trust tonight. We'll need to go over some theory crafting and contingencies at this news. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. We'll need to accommodate it in our plans at once.
That's all for that, though.
it's fresh on the mind. So just for posterity, does Maethro seem to be on the up and up and just his normal self? Nothing weird going on.
Go ahead and make an insight check. You're familiar enough with him to gauge body language and stuff. Nothing seems suspicious, but he's also not someone you know intimately. So
Okay.
But otherwise, he will grant you your leave, and he will want to go meet with a couple people tonight. You do see that some additional forces of Selethar arrive later this night and set up camp alongside the rest of your forces. And otherwise, you're welcome to take a long rest, starting out the day fresh for the assault. If there's nothing else, any loose end items people want to discuss or consider, we'll move ahead to the following day. I need to double check. Let me look back in my notes real quick. I want to get the specific day right. Apologies for the delay. This might take 1 second. I should have done this ahead of time. I'm not seeing... I would have to check in my notes to get the specific day and date of this assault, but it was a planned venture, but it's essentially mid of this month, roughly the 15th of Sun's Dawn-ish, but I'll confirm that specific date next time, and the day of the week if that would matter to any of you. But otherwise, it's the middle of the second month of the year, and you and the army begin to march out. You as high-ranking members of this United Kin army, alongside the general of the Selethar and many forces at your backs. You move forward to the encampments, and then you begin to crest a small hill, and at the top of it, you're able to see the encampment in the distance. Maethros will turn and yell, riding a horse back and forth through, clad in silver elven armor on its head and a bit of its chest plate as well. This horse, very beautiful elven heraldry, and he will begin calling out commands. And let's jump zooms. See ya, Kaer Morhen. As the enemy war camp comes into view, a few 100 yards away at this point, maybe as much as half a mile, well within your range of sight, even in the snow coming down, the army prepares to charge. Maethros calls out commands and gives a minor speech of encouragement, bravado, and just motivating the troops to give this your all. With this, we free one side of the siege of Atheros and stand to gain many allies in the process if executed correctly. Give it your all and charge.
Charge!
As you all begin to charge,
Oh,
you do, yeah, what you got, Telperion?
I want to summon Aquilari and get on him for
Okay.
the charge.
Okay, you are welcome to do that.
Wand
He will
out.
last for 1 hour, I believe.
Yeah.
Perfect. Any other preparations you guys want to do as the charge commences?
Yes.
Oh, I'll cast Steel Sync.
I will do aid.
Which lasts until dispelled, I believe, or until knocked off, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do a 3rd level aid twice to get all of us 10 extra hit points.
Okay.
And then a
3rd level 8, so 2 3rd level spell slots for that.
and then
Okay.
a death ward on Jiri.
Ooh, yay.
Okay. Unless
Nice.
there are any other preparations, I will assume Wild Sage Blossom is attached to Rome's unit.
Yes.
Okay. Jiri, are you on Shaggy?
Yep, I'll be on Shaggy, but I'm with the ground troops. The Noras.
Yep, perfect. All right. With that, you begin your charge. You see the soldiers and forces at the enemy camps. Yes, Jiri, what you got?
Oh, Armor of Gaithes. Puppy armor.
Okay.
Tommy and Shaggy. Because it lasts an hour.
Oh, yes, perfect. Targeting both you and your mount. Perfect. You begin your charge, and you see large trebuchets start to shift and move, as well as a few ballistae, large bolt cannon, crossbow-like fixtures from outside the upcroppings. This enemy war camp is a little bit on a slow incline, a very slight hill, that gives them a great vantage point to fire at on-rushing forces, but you will be on them in a matter of minutes. So it's just a matter of how much cannon fire can you all avoid as you charge. We'll go through 5 rounds, essentially, of dashing. You can choose to defend throughout the way, but it will delay your arrival. And based on people's arrival at the enemy war camps, you'll be able to enter the battle first and position yourself accordingly.
Careful smaller groups and units.
I am defending.
Who's gonna dash?
Okay.
To start, do we make that choice each of the 5 times?
Yeah, I will say we'll handle it in general. So I
Yeah.
think Mathros will also be charging in,
Yeah.
probably
As
alongside you
will
to some
the
degree.
Terracore.
Okay,
Is there a visual like?
we're about to move there. This is
Oh,
all very loose theater of the mind at first.
Okay.
This will depend. This will essentially determine some of the positioning and how much hit points you guys have left when you arrive on the map.
I'm gonna do whatever Rome does because
I'm
I'm
gonna
sticking with her
dash.
troops.
I'm gonna
Okay.
dash.
As you guys stick toward the back, smaller units maybe wanting to take more evasive maneuvers, not have your numbers whittled down. I'll also mention that because there were additional Selithar reinforcements able to be acquired with your wild successes of travel, the whoever is next to those units will reduce the size of the dice flying at you guys on these attacks.
Oh.
Does my ability to remain unnoticed count in this?
It will. Your passive of overlooked, it's unlikely the enemy will target you ahead of larger units in their range.
Then we will stick behind Wild Sage Blossom.
Okay.
And then maybe
Wait, while these rounds are going, am I able to swarm as well?
Ooh.
Yes, I'll say that will occupy some of your forefront. You won't be able to defend if you're swarming.
You mean dash?
Yes, you can usually action dash.
Oh, I can action dash and then also swarm.
And bonus action swarm.
Bonus action swarm.
Yes.
Got it.
So no defense.
I'll say there's until we get on the map, I generally don't have too much swarming possible because it's
That would
possible you
just get
could
big.
swarm the entire night before. So it's just like if you want to swarm the whole approach, I'll probably just have half of the swarming available to you on the map when you get there.
Half swarm, half defend.
Sure, I'll do half swarm, half defend.
Okay. This is how I'll roughly handle this. Most of the additional Selithar are going to approach alongside of you. This is an all-out smashing into the front of the war camps and trying to infiltrate it from the couple angles available from the front. The sort of NPC Selithar units will continue to attack the front lines while the rest of you are able to push into the war camps a little bit faster ahead of them. We'll say for Telperion and Mathros, 10 to Telperion's unit and 14 damage to Mathros's unit in the approach.
Okay.
Toby Rama, we'll put you next, and then we'll have you guys sort out your positions here shortly. And then Roulette will have you falling a little bit behind Toby Rama's group since you're primarily defending. Toby Rama. Uh, 9 damage to your unit. And Roulette, it will be halved for you. 5 damage to your unit, Roulette.
Neat.
And then Jiri sticking with, let me move some of this stuff around. Jiri sticking with Rome's group. You will be overlooked and otherwise at the side of the Selithar. So Rome, being next to the Selithar and partially defending, will do this real quick. You won't be assuaded by D10s, you'll be hit by D8s, but this one will be full 4 damage. This one will be halved. We'll say 0 damage. So Rome, only 4 damage to your unit in your approach. Jiri, you're not targeted.
Yay.
With that in mind, I'll now throw our units in here and we can start tackling this.
He's a very sexy bug.
All right. You arrive here on this map.
Jesus.
The objective is to rout or destroy whatever enemies you have to along the way in order to target and break through this gate. Because with the defenses around this central area, if you take that gate and occupy the interior space, you will be able to defend this with your numbers. The difficulty is getting there. And Telperion and Mathros, you got there first, onto the screen first. So alongside Toby Rama, though. So really the three of you, your units can alternate and switch your positions. Roulette, you'll be posting up here at the rear since you defended a little bit more. And then Jiri and Rome, I have you entering on sort of the side of the map, but you can reorient yourself there a little bit if you like. And as we sort of loosely start to reorganize our positions, I want us to go ahead and roll initiative.
Wait, and also, so if I half swarm, half defended, would that be like 2 blocks that I would have? Or...
Yes, absolutely. We can add 2 blocks onto your plate.
Thank you very much.
Make it like an L.
Yeah, do you want an L?
We'll make it.
You can. I think you have control of those spaces, so hopefully
You move
can
them around, you
those
figure it
as
out.
necessary. Perfect. So you have done that so far. We've got the turn order. Now remember, it is your morale, and you have advantage on. I think at this point, everyone has advantage with their units.
Except Steven.
Except Roulette. Yes, that is unfortunate. Sorry, Roulette.
And I did lose a morale last time. Did we
yes,
all get a morale?
Your morale is your initiative modifier.
Oh, forget. I just have plus
18 for Terracore.
That's right. I'm going to need to.
Wait, is that?
Ooh.
I don't know why I rolled that many times.
Yeah, you rolled 4 times. Insane.
Yeah, I don't know. Should I just do a fresh one? No, I should do.
Oh, I didn't click my unit. Whoops.
That's okay. I will. I kind of did forget that there's a little bit of a cumbersomeness to this
our initiatives
warfare
are not
situation.
what the morale is.
Did mine show up? Does mine say 18 in the turn order for you guys?
It does say 18, so I'll get you added into. Oh, you're already added
Oh.
in there.
Yeah, everybody can change theirs then, because I just put in 18.
Oh, nice. So yeah, if it lets you alter your initiative, go ahead and start filling those out, and I will start.
Because that'll make it way easier.
Rolling.
I'm gonna just start fresh because mine went off 4 times, so I'm just gonna do a
Just
fresh.
roll 2d20 or something.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it with the advanced dice roller.
We do the camo one. Yeah, 9. I see it.
Okay,
Is this how you
change our own.
I just figured it out right now. I've never seen that before.
No, you click in the turn order, silly.
just
What are you trying to do? Roll a die?
roll 2d20?
And it rolled 3 for some
Let's
reason.
roll 2. Hit the roll button.
But 3 came out this time. I don't know what's going on. Okay, 19.
Okay, go ahead and update that on your own thing. If it allows you to, I will continue doing some
This is the
Durastian
one
stuff.
that already had 2 in it. My
I don't know why mine didn't stay. Shit. I can't update mine for some reason.
That's okay. I'll get in there in 1 second. I'm almost
Thank
done here.
you.
I'm almost done here. They are rolling fairly good on their stuff. Let's see what we got here. That's a low one. And then we will add, well, let me do this.
Oh, we should have one up.
All right, Telperion, yours was a 19. It looks like it's in there correctly.
Yep.
Roulette, what was yours?
19.
Also 19. Nice. In Warfare, I'll let you guys decide who wants to go in front of who. And then I need to make one for Mathros.
Crater, can I ask one final favor?
Yes, give me 1 second. Ooh, even with advantage, only a 12.
What? Well, I don't think this was where we had to start, is it?
Yeah.
I thought we got to choose. Okay,
So Telperion, Mathros, and the Terracor arrived there first. So you guys can switch positions amongst each other if you like, and then Roulette got there after, and the other smaller units got there from the right after.
I just want to swap with my dad.
Okay, that is very doable. Perfect.
Crater, is it possible to put our little token icon things next to our names? I forget how we did that last time.
I think I added it to your character rather than the unit, but the unit you guys should see the colors, right? You should be able to tell.
Yeah, we can see the colors. Because I thought last time we had. Never mind.
We did handle it differently last time. I just didn't take that same amount of time again to just fix that.
It's all good.
But, okie dokie. That is there. Okay, so as you guys begin to arrive, combat will start. You see there's chaos unfolding in this encampment. The units that are manning the trebuchets and ballistae are sort of reorienting, and they are about to ditch the trebuchets in favor of the ballistaes that more quickly wheel around and can be oriented inward toward the camp. So there's some strategic movement about to take place on Durast's side. Tactician, do you have a change you would like to make immediately?
Yeah, I want to bring up, where's Jiri in this order?
Jiri's at 18 next to me.
I want to bring up Rome. Is it better for Rome to get to move before Jiri? Because Jiri needs to tag along. And I'm only asking this out loud because it affects 2 people that aren't me. And that's what I'm thinking. The tactician's debating if Rome moving first is better for the 2 of them.
The best thing is to have Rome go, then me go.
Okay, so I'm going to
put Rome under you.
And no enemy in between that.
I'm going to put Jiri under me right now. Because then I can put Rome under me before Jiri next turn.
Okay.
Otherwise, I can't do it in that order.
All right. The combat will start with 2 of these units near Jiri and Rome's units, starting to move into action. This unit will move first, and they will dash. And then they will press, using their bonus action to move an additional space forward. And will now be starting to activate the ballistae, trying to spin it around. They won't be able to attack with it, but they moved. This unit will try to do the same to aid the other group, but they are blocked somewhat. So they will dash to this space, and they will defend. It is Roulette's turn.
My turn?
Yeah.
Oh.
Even though you are behind the rest of the group, you are very fast in your Aura Corps members.
We take flight and we swoop over to that first machine thing and attack. And I forget what my attack is.
You will be rolling 4d8 based on the size of your unit.
Yes. Oh, baby.
20 damage. They did not defend. So as they're sprinting to relocate, your Aura Corps just appear over the pikes and barricades and start tearing into them with spears, jousting, etc. Start cutting down their small units' numbers rapidly, and immediately you reveal their commander.
Oh, hot shit.
You're swinging, baby.
A Durastian Knight, which you can immediately take a round of attacks against.
Bonus action, arcane weapon, and I'm gonna swing twice.
Okay.
We'll do fire. First one.
Uh, 23. Let me get to this thing. Oh, I need to refresh because the encounter builder did the weird thing. That will absolutely hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Uh, 14 bludgeon force and 7 fire. So
Wow,
21 total.
very nicely done. Minus 21. All right, you've
Second swing.
hit once. Second swing.
Oh,
14 will not do it, so you will miss him with that attack. He will actually get his shield up in time for that one.
that's my turn.
Okay. Any bonus action, defend or restrain?
Defend.
Defend. Okay. Valkyrian, you're up.
All right. So I can move 2, I believe.
Yes, I believe your movement is,
Yeah.
and we can refresh our memories of those stats whenever we like, by the way.
By clicking on the...
I think that will have the rules, the thing that's in everyone's library. I think we'll have to jump screens real quick to refresh people's memory.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it, and everyone like mark it down just for
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
3, 1, got it.
And there's no difficult terrain on this field, is there?
Depends where you move.
Oh, okay. Good to know. I think fleet-footed means I don't suffer. Oh,
That is generally true. Your fleet-footed will generally get around difficult terrain.
If we go back to the other screen, does that mean the turn order is coming back?
Yes.
Oh, like imagine. Okay. I'm gonna. So I move forward 1. I'll move forward 1 more, and then I'll attack this crew up here.
Okay, so those are 2 separate small units. So do you want to attack the first one? Okay, perfect. Go ahead and roll your 48.
I forgot that's what we're rolling these days. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage.
10 damage.
I rolled 2 1s and a 2.
Not quite half. So their commander is not revealed, but you have done significant damage. You start pelting all of them with arrows.
And then we cloak.
Cloak. Bonus action cloak. All right. It's up to them to perceive you. Jiri, you are up.
All right. Hop in Wild Sage Blossom, hop back with a bonus action, and then with my action, I will take a ranged attack at this unit right here. 2 spaces away.
Okay. Since you were able to enter her space as part of it, you can increase your D8 to 2D8.
Yes, indeed.
7 damage.
Sad.
All right, bonus action, movement. Actually,
Done.
kind of. You actually still have some movement left if you need it.
I do not need it. I'm good there.
Okay. It is that unit's turn that just attacked you. They are pelted with arrows and crossbow bolts from the trees, and then they immediately lose sight of you as you dip back into shelter, and they will just turn their ballistae on or up toward the giant tree looming in, but functionally targeting Rome's group. And it will increase their die, but Rome's passive will decrease their die again. So it will just be a single D8. 7 damage to your crew, Rome.
Okay, so that's 12 damage now. Total.
Yes.
You still have a full.
Yeah, I still have a full. Yeah.
And they will defend. I'm going to start marking their defend units. Okay, that will be them. Toby Rama, you are up.
Remind me of what Ferality does, my passive.
Ferality is based on the size of your unit, which is currently 4.
Okay.
You deal an additional damage per 25 individuals, or per
So
25
it's like I get
health
to
available.
add my strength modifier or whatever.
Yeah,
Right, okay,
exactly.
So
Yeah.
plus 4 right now. Earlier it was plus 8 or 9 or whatever.
And then obviously your shift ability bonus action will increase the size of your attack die.
Let me know. I mean, I'm asking.
You are kind of wedged in between. You are wedged in between 2 slopes, so it will be difficult terrain to move left, but then from then on you could move straight for free, basically.
Okay.
But to climb the slopes, it will be difficult terrain.
So that's like 1, 2, 3.
Yes, correct.
I mean, I'm gonna dash because I don't have an attack I can make. But do I go left or do I just fucking rush the gate?
Left, baby.
Sure. Defend. And that's not
Left
10.
and defend. Perfect. I'm going to mark you as defend because that's going to help my brain. And your turn. Telperion, it's one of those units that you had just attacked, but then you cloak, shielding yourself in the general terrain and the snowfall. You can see confusion as they approach, but they will.
These are some snowy elves.
They know where you attacked from. They're not going to be able to target you, but they are going to be able to dash toward their point, and they are going to defend. This group is not going to be able to get that far, so they'll take a shot at trying to perceive you.
Perceive me.
And they get +3 to this check.
What's the number? 15?
DC 15 on cloaking.
Meow, meow, meow.
14, not going to do it. And since they don't have they don't have a different target they can target because they can't reach Tobirama's crew.
Scenario.
They will finish their movement and defend. Is this group? They will occupy a different space of the balliste, moving left 1, rotate the balliste, and fire at Tobirama's crew. A D10 coming at you. You are defending, so you take only 4 damage.
Cool.
And then it will be Mathros' turn. Mathros will move up 2. And you'll see Mathros target not the unit. The unit's slightly too far away and sort of behind cover of trebuchet and other sort of structures in that environment. So it's hard for them to target that unit with a range. Or actually, no, they do have a range of 3. So they can target that unit. They will target that unit. But you see from across the battlefield, the elves almost took a position to destroy a trebuchet rather than attack a unit. But they will roll their 4d8.
Oh, daddy, go!
Wow.
That's a 20 to that non-defending unit. And you see arrows fly through, and then you see we'll keep it off screen, but you see Mathros charging ahead of his unit to attack their commander. Rome, it is your turn and your fauna followers.
I am going to bonus action swarm first.
Okay.
And I'm going to add 1 right there.
1 behind you. Okay.
And then I'm going to attack the army that's below me.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead, and you are at a spot where you can roll 4d8.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
No.
Nice.
Both ends of the spectrum.
They
Well,
were defending.
Exactly
so-
average.
Yeah, that is exactly average.
Okay.
They were defending, so they'll take half, but bringing them low enough for you to find their commander,
Yes.
who is also a
Murder.
Durastian Knight. And Rome can now engage 1 round of combat against that Durastian Knight. You're welcome to
Get 'em,
action, bonus
Rome.
action, cast spell, whatever you would like to do.
Like me as Rome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rome is on a 1-on-1 combat against that Durastian Knight right now.
Get him, Rome.
All right. I'm gonna blight him.
Blight, well done.
Excellent.
Okay, he will make a con save.
Yes.
Pick it off.
Did you see, Alex?
Oh,
right? 16.
that does not beat it.
17,
Okay.
yeah.
17, so it
um,
will deal the full 8d8 damage.
All right.
Imagine you get 4 1s and 4 8s here.
Yeah, Jesus.
Ooh, that is a good roll.
41 immediately bloodies him as you just see his face sucked
Bonus action.
from all vitality. Blood starts to pool at his eyes and run out of his nose, and he has to fall to the ground a little bit.
Yo, can I bonus action vicious mockery him?
There you go.
Absolutely.
Dicker
Let
mocker.
the earth take back their atoms and you die.
Nice.
Perfect. Whiz save?
Yes.
I hope his name is Adam.
Jeebus.
He does just grit his teeth and look up at you with the target of his ire. He is not affected by the psychic damage from your words. At this
From
time.
your words.
Wait, isn't yours like special?
What?
Your vicious mockery. What's the unique thing about it? Just that it can
He
be
gets to do it as
Yeah.
a bonus action, yeah.
bonus action. Bang.
That's it.
Okay, perfect. We've got quite a few Durastian units coming in here. 1,
They ain't
2,
shit.
3, and then 4. Okay, so 6 and 4 first. This unit, not able to get to a Balliste and way too close to use Trebuchet, will try to block the elf path. And they will use their bonus action to press, not worrying about defending, to press Mathros' entire unit back 1 with their aggression, and they will attack with just a single D8. of
No,
damage.
Daddy, no.
Would Mathros have cloaked or defended?
That's what I was thinking. I think they would have defended, so he'll take half this. But otherwise not too painfully taking damage from the Durastian onslaught. Mostly the Durastian's formation was off-putting and forced them to retreat slightly. This unit will dash 1, 2, 3, 4. And seeing the mobility of the Terracor and Selethar and their range, I think they will defend. Worried they are a target of an attack coming up. The crew next to you, Roulette, you are defending. They are going to... Oh, I need to double check their health. Yeah, they are low health as a unit. They're going to turn their Balliste up toward you and fire.
Fire.
And this is a rare interaction that will almost never work, and they roll max damage. Balliste against flying units will be double damage. So it will be 16 damage to your
Ranged
unit.
attack if in melee.
Not relevant for the scope of these weapons at hundreds of yards apart, but valuable effort. That's kind of why the trebuchets are not
So I take
able to be used anymore.
What am I
You would
taking?
take six.
Eight.
You would take 16, but you defended, so you'll take 8.
Oh, okay.
And then they will defend.
Yeah, and they're gonna die.
Very most likely. Actually, you know what? Because they know they're gonna die, I don't think they are gonna defend. They're gonna try to accomplish their mission. They're gonna move
Oh, they're gonna.
and press you back, even though you're kind of in the air, but you'll be able to fly over them easily here. Okay, then we'll go to 19, which this unit will do a similar situation, moving in front of Rome's group, and they can't push two entire separate units at a time, so they will attack and then defend. But their D8 becomes a D6 against Rome's wild feature. And 1 halved, and we round down 0 damage to Rome's group. Your animals are too chaotic and sporadic in their movements, and they're not able to successfully target them, but that unit will defend, blocking your path forward for now. Roulette, your turn.
Is this start of initiative?
It is start of initiative, so Telpier, go ahead and make a...
Rome, right under me, in front of Jerry.
Snapping Rome to yourself, and is now right in front of Jiri. Perfect. Roulette. Attack.
18 damage.
the command you have defeated the unit. They are reduced to 0, so the commander has to try a save to even keep his unit in the. They do beat the 10 DC, so their unit stays, but Roulette, you get an attack on their knight.
Bonus action arcane weapon, and I'm swinging twice.
Twice.
Perfect. Twice.
Seal sync on.
That's gross.
Steel
15
Sync
to hit.
is still on. 15 will not hit the knight in his chainmail and shield.
22 to hit.
22, because he's not going to get a different chance to use his reaction, he tries to parry, but your flail skirts along the lance blade and still connects with him.
Yeet.
You barely hit.
Whatever that is. 9 bludgeon force and 10 fire.
I like that that's breaking that down. That's very helpful.
I used a macro. It's great.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Okay, that that knight is bloodied up. He's not feeling great. Valkyrian?
I am going to
go... any movement or bonus action?
I'm going up 1 and then forward 3. So I am currently in the air.
Perfect.
Up 1, 2, 3.
Perfect. In the air, 1 block. Got it.
Yeah.
Telperion. You're defending, I assume, Roulette?
Yeah, I'll be defending the whole time. Yeah.
This crew on my right is the one I already swung at, so I'm gonna swing at him again. Another D4.
That is correct. 48. You can roll a D4 instead.
Yeah. 8 plus another 8 is 16. 17, 18, 19 damage.
Hot.
They were defending, so they'll take half. But their commander is revealed.
Hell yeah. Loaf is with
surprise. Okay, Loaf is with you. Surprise, surprise, it's another Durastian Knight commander.
Ooh, we're gonna hit him. Can I swing with advantage and have Loaf give me aid on this first strike?
Yes, Loaf can give you the help action for your first attack to have advantage.
So I charge in on this majestic Elicorn, and then this fluffy pumpkin feather bomb goes at this guy's face, and he goes, yeah, and there's like a little smush noise. I say, Loaf, that's not what we practiced. Not 18, so 28.
Absolutely hits. Go ahead.
All right, let's get a little psionic smitey with this and add a D8 on top of the. When I don't roll for weeks at a time, I forget how. All right, so my Moon Crest Greatsword is 2d6, and I'm gonna add a D8, and then it's 6, 7, 8, 9. No, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'm adding 9 to this roll.
Okay.
I rolled a 1 into a 1. Okay, so 4, 5, 5 plus 8 is 13. 5 plus 8 is right. Yeah, yes. 13 plus 9, so 22 damage.
22 damage to the knight.
Strength save 15, so he doesn't go prone.
Oh, because you did use the telekinetic. That's right.
Yeah.
15. Strength save, and this could matter for the second attack. It will matter. You knock him down, so your second attack will get advantage as well.
All right, Loaf, that works just fine, I suppose. Nat 20.
Go ahead and roll it.
All right, and then so that's gonna be 4d6. I'm gonna roll my first 2d6 separate on their own, so I can see if my sword has a chance to do its thing.
Yep, perfect.
Which it does not. And then I'll roll my next 2d6. God, I love rerolling ones. Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus 6 is 17. That's it. Yeah, 17 damage.
Okay. 17. He is bloody. You are carving into that knight, but he is keeping himself upright for now.
Okay, and then with my bonus action, I will. Fuck it. Well,
You will fuck it?
I'm gonna just quick toss a sliver at him.
Okay.
Actually, I'll just do a javelin of lightning just for the fun of it.
That was way too sincere, Steve. Of disbelief.
All right. He's prone. Never mind. I'll just
Oh, that's true.
I'll just push his body in the dirt with a psionic push as I rush back to my crew.
Perfect. As you do, let's hop zooms. All right, that will do it for Telperion. Any movement, any bonus action as your unit?
Yeah, I'll bonus action cloak again.
Okay.
I'm gonna move forward one here. And I'll go another one forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then cloak.
Yeah.
Perfect. Rome, it is your turn.
All right. So first of all, bonus action. Also, we're unmuted, right, Tim?
Yes.
Okay. Bonus action swarm right here.
Perfect. Encasing Jiri in the shelter
Thank
of
you.
the forest.
Yes. And then we are going to attack this block right here. 1, 2,
Okay.
5. So that's
Perfect.
5.
Yeah, 5
and
D8.
I wear the defending. 5d8.
Ooh, nice.
Nice. They will take 10. They are so far uninjured. So their commander is not quite revealed yet, but your animals start rapidly tearing through their forces.
Cool. Do I still have the option to attack this guy?
No. You would have to have targeted that unit with your
Got
attack this turn.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then I'm all done.
Okay. Jiri, you are able to move immediately after Rome.
I will do the hop in and out, and I will attack this guy down here.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack, your 1d8 against the unit.
2d8.
Just to see what that'll do. Oh, yes, 2d8, yes. 4.
Halved.
Not enough to, halved. So not enough to take them out by any means, but you still earn yourself the opportunity to attack that knight.
Okay, I will Hydro Pump him first.
Okay, bonus action, strength save.
Yep.
He will hold his shield up, and you just see a spray of water ricochet away from his shield.
Okay, I will attack him twice then.
Okay, go ahead and roll first one. 13 will miss, but do some damage. 28 will definitely hit.
So 4 plus...
I think just 2 lightning,
Wow.
right? It does the lightning first.
I always do whatever the second one is for a miss, and whatever the first one is for a hit.
Yeah, so that aligns with the lightning and psychic. So the first one will do 2 lightning damage.
No, 4 and then 12.
You're flipping those. You said the first one for a miss, which aligns with the lightning description on here. You're just describing them differently than what you said.
The middle number is the lightning miss. Yeah.
Correct.
Am I doing?
Jiri has
written
always
16.
added the first and the second number when he hits and used the third
Yes.
number on a miss. It's
Yes.
not written correctly with the
Oh,
lightning versus
okay.
psychic, but
Okay.
that's what
That's
he's
how
done
I've
every
always
time.
done it.
Yeah.
It just makes sense to me.
Got it. Oh, that's more
Yeah.
intuitive anyway. So okay. So 4 lightning damage on the miss.
And then
Got it.
12.
And then 12 total damage on the second. Got it. Sorry about that.
That's all good. 16 total damage.
All right. Knight is
No.
still hanging in there for now after those 2 attacks. But he's looking really rough.
Okay. That's it.
Bonus action, movement. You have movement available left if you want it, but I imagine you'll stay in the shelter there. Durast. That unit will again attempt to avenge its fallen comrades, but can't target you, the Noras, with the much larger forest of creatures in its way. So it will target them with a Balliste attack. But buff to a d10 and then subtract it back to a d8 because of Rome's passive. A measly 6 damage to you, Rome. But is that enough damage to finally knock off one of your blocks?
That one block is now worth.
I think 1.
It had been 12. Now it's gonna be 6.
Okay. That is their turn. Toby, your turn.
As I run forward, shift, and pounce on the prey who has not defended.
Indeed.
So
Run forward,
4d10
attack.
plus 4.
Yeah. Damn.
8, 3, 2, 10.
I will say unfortunately, it is +3 because you don't have the 100 HP would get you the +4.
I have 86. I thought if I dropped to
It's
75 or lower.
Yeah, I guess that's how we.
Because if I had
I thought it was
12
for.
people,
Yeah, I thought it
would
was
have
for.
+1.
Yeah, I guess I thought it was for every 25 hit points you get an additional damage, but that makes sense. Each threshold is losing that damage, so yeah, you're good. So what's your dice there?
23 plus 4 is 27.
27 damage. In one fell swoop, you destroy this unit,
Yeah.
and the knight that is revealed is desperate to maintain any semblance of order and command, and he does not. They are immediately dispersed, removed from battle, forced to retreat.
Nice.
And I'm going to, is there any reason I shouldn't hit delete? Nope, we're deleting. Perfect. They have been removed from the board.
That's my turn.
Well done. To Durastian units next to Telperion. They're not actively in the defend action anymore. Bonus action.
He's a melty pot.
I will say this knight will try and perceive Telperion.
Don't do it. Banking on you, Valley. Melty pug. Yes.
They are not able to perceive you, so they're going to go this way. They're going to move.
Hey, I softened them up.
And then they're going to press. And then attack Mathros. With a single 1d8. And Mathros's unit shelters back, allowing them to sort of push them back, but taking a defensive position that awards no damage to that unit. This group will also try and perceive Telperion.
Stop. Someone's got to do it.
They will see through the ruse. They're close enough. They will move.
Why does this snow at 20 years?
And then attack. 1, 2,
Do they have
3.
3?
Actually,
Oh, wait, no.
I'm not. They're right next to Telperion. They're able to attack him. I'm considering.
Oh,
I think they're changing. Even though they see you, they're gonna dash and bonus action press to man the ballista immediately. They're not gonna be able to attack with it yet, but they are manning that equipment now.
Opening themselves up to me next turn.
They are. You see them putting a lot of effort into wanting to angle the ballista inward toward the center to try and prevent your entrance into the middle of their camp. That is their turn. Mathros's turn.
Daddy, we're down.
They are going to attack the unit to their left and probably destroy it. $12 is enough to reduce that unit to 0. Charisma/morale check for these knights. And that unit is fully dispersed as well.
And if he had succeeded on that, we would have had to get the commander down to 0 before
Correct.
that unit was off the board.
Yes, correct. And because the way has opened up for them, they will move and then bonus action defend. Not too worried about cloaking right now. That unit will try and attack them, moving into their spot, centralizing, press, attack. A measly 1 damage to Mathros' unit. I'd like to have everyone
They're stalling.
make
for sure.
an insight check.
They're
Oh,
fucking
no.
stalling us. It's like there are not enough people out here.
Spell the storm forward anyway.
That's why I was like at the start, should I just fucking run at the gate?
How about Rome? Haven't seen her roll come through.
Which means it matters.
Here we go.
Yay.
Rome, you are the only person who, in the midst of the chaos of men, you do have a different sensibility about things. And these individuals are behaving strangely. The numbers are not on their side, but for some reason they're really emphasizing a tactic of pushing you away from the gate when it's almost inevitable you will get there. So you definitely do, aligning with Toby, what Michael Kennedy just said out loud, is you gain the intel that they're stalling for some reason. It's almost like these soldiers knew they would die in this effort because they're just preventing your path forward for some reason.
I'm
Biding
so bummed
time.
I didn't go straight.
I mean, I told you to come with me.
Yeah, I could have rebelled against that.
But this unit will attack. Oh, they just attacked Mathros for 1 damage. Now this unit over here will not. Oh, they will be able to still defend. Man the catapult or the ballistae, turn it on Toby Rama, and fire at you, Toby, for 1d10 coming your way.
Gorge.
Only 3 damage. Roulette. This group
Top of initiative.
low health. It is top of initiative. Telperion, you can make an adjustment.
I think I want to bring Mathros higher.
Okay.
I want to put Mathros before me.
Okay. Alrighty. Roulette. Ballistae coming at you.
And this is that because that troop is at 0, right? But they
This troop is at 0, but because their commander hung on to his charisma check, they're still able to use machinery, occupy locations, use equipment, but they can't physically attack you if they didn't have equipment to do so.
Yeah, check.
So, D10 coming at you. 8. Double to 16, halved because you're defending, so 8 total damage to you again. How's your unit looking?
79.
79. They'll defend, but they don't really have any HP. You basically, Roulette, have an opportunity to cut their commander down basically on your turn, but they have no hit points to really defend themselves with, just so you know. So they don't really even need to defend. And they're not in a position to press, so they don't really take a bonus action here. That is their turn. This group near Rome and Jiri. I think we'll just attack and defend. They're kind of happy with the fact that they're able to prevent your march forward, even with their limited numbers. So a D6 coming at you, Rome. 4 damage to you.
Okay, so
you're still
down
up.
to 2.
Perfect. And they will defend and stay there. Roulette, your turn.
I don't know what this 48 is going to, but I like
Half of it goes to the commander.
Oh, sure, yeah.
That's true. Half of it goes to the commander once they're revealed. 18, so 9 damage automatically to the commander, which does hurt him, and you are able to take a round of attacks against him.
Bonus action, arcane weapon.
Let's see what this damage is. That's a lot of dice that are about to be doubled.
So it's 14, 18, 23 bludge force and 10 elemental, so 33 total.
33 total damage. How do you kill this Durastian Knight
Oh,
with your imbued weapon?
Are
you marking off these spell slots as you're using arcane weapons?
Yes, yeah. Every turn I'm doing one, yeah. I bludgeon him to right in front of the ballista so that when his last troop pulls the trigger, he gets killed by the ballista.
Amazing.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4.
He and his allies fall to the ground, either dead, slain, or scrambling for survival,
Actually,
but meaningfully retreating from battle.
Scramble! Not dealing with this bullshit. 1, 2, 3, forward, and I order my troops to the ground.
Okay, sounds good. All right, that for Roulette? Defending?
Yes.
Mathros will attack this unit. Not much else he would want to do. That will destroy the unit, and he will attack their commander. Telperion, you know your father's fighting style, but Roulette is close enough to actually see it, still from a distance, a couple hundred feet away. But I believe I have his stat block in here. We're going to be a little thematic on this and not get too into the details of the mechanics. But you see Mathros make 3 silvered longsword attacks against this commander. The final one missing, but he locks his blade with the spear of the commander and then calls out a command to his allies around him who deal additional damage to him as a battle master. We won't get too into the specifics of the damage, but I will track them. That will deal 24, and then...
Hello, my son. My own flesh and blood.
Holy shit.
He will bloody that knight, and I think he'll action surge and just try
Yeah,
to plan
Dad.
attacks.
Get this fucker out of our way. Oh no.
The parry had to be used on the 18 from the
Okay.
knight, so the 19 does get through, the 12 does not, and the 1 does not. So you do see the knight sort of defensively sheltering in place. Mathros is not able to cut around his shield very adeptly, but does deal an additional 12 damage. And will defend. Telperion, you're up.
With my... I want to go 1. Go another 2. And my range of 3 means I could hit this block, but not the one that they're actually in.
That's correct.
Fork it. Alright, and has this group been hit once?
No, and they're not defending, so
Yes,
like,
they have
could
not been
die
attacked.
from one attack.
Okay, I'll swing at them for 4.
Okay, 4d8.
8. My own little loaf is kind of impeding my ability to roll. So 6 plus 10, 16 damage.
16 damage, and their commander is revealed.
Oh, we love.
Oh, we love.
All right, love. This time, don't just squeech him in the face.
Squeech.
All right, go ahead and attack their commander.
With advantage per loaf's aid, rushing in on
Yes, the
Alicorn.
first help action on the first swing, yes.
We got 27.
That'll do.
I'll use another psionic.
Okay.
On this. So, adding 9 to this roll. Oh shit, that's really good. Okay, so 12 plus 15, 24 damage. Strength save, please.
24 damage.
Why didn't I bonus action first?
+4. It will not knock him prone.
Okay. So I can bonus action anyway. Second attack, raw. Sword comes swinging back around. 19.
He will parry, buffing his 18 to a 21 for that attack alone.
Right. And then I will bonus action throw the javelin at him. I always forget how this works.
I think
Attack roll against him?
you do make an attack roll against the actual target. The people in the way make dex saves, but it is still an attack roll against the target.
18.
Just hits his armor class.
Yes.
He's about to get his shield up, but it does impact basically his clavicle right above his shield, and he'll take the normal damage plus the, I think, 46.
So 5, 6. So 8 8 from the attack. Then I do another 46.
Correct.
He'll take that 46. So 8 piercing.
Okay.
So 12 more lightning damage.
12 lightning. Okay. He's bloodied from that first sword swing and then the javelin.
All right, and then I run by on my Elicorn and swoop up, made my Kair, my javelin, and then get back to my crew. Bonus action, cloak one more time.
Perfect. Looking again. Rome, you are up.
Is like what would happen if I were to totally encapsulate Jiri's army inside of my army? Like what would happen?
Jiri is in a unique position as a unit where Jiri, by using his bonus action, can overlap with other units. You don't have that ability, so you can't overlap his unit. And actually, because of Jiri's sheltered in place position, you actually can't move left or right or up.
She can't move at all.
And
Right
because
But
of
could I-
Durast or down. So you cannot swarm onto his spot.
So I couldn't swarm right here?
You can swarm to a square. Yes, you can. You can swarm to a square
Yes.
where he is not. Yeah.
Yes.
Right, but I couldn't move there.
Basically, you can't move anywhere right now.
That's
Okay,
kind
well-
of true. You're kind of locked into place.
I'm just gonna keep swarming. And
Yeah.
Jiri,
Okay.
you're gonna
Yeah.
I'll have to get out of there. Yeah.
Alright, so
But
I
if you-
swarm there.
Because then Jiri will just get it.
Yep. Got it.
And I'm going to attack this square right here. So that's one.
All right. Go ahead and roll your 6d8. $20 damage,
Oh,
halved because
20
they're
every time.
defending.
Yeah.
They are very low, and you have revealed their commander.
Yes.
And
Yes.
Rome can
Them.
take a turn against their commander one-on-one.
Oh, I will be blighting them.
Nice.
Okay.
For 4th level. So,
4th level blight again. Con save on their part. Oh wait, let me re-roll that. D&D Beyond did a weird thing and put some Mathros stuff
An
into the
11.
Dynasty Knights.
I see an 11.
That
Oh,
looks like
it is still a +5. I just want to make sure the modifier is right, so that absolutely applies that roll. That's a fail. Go ahead and roll your
Kill!
8d8.
yeah. oh,
Oh.
Yes!
Oh.
Holy shit. That is not enough to one-shot him, but it's pretty close.
Vicious mockery him to death.
vicious mockery. I
Mock
spit
him.
on him.
Ooh.
Perfect. Is that a whiz save?
yes.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh.
That's not
Well,
enough. So go ahead and roll your 2d4 psychic damage.
amazing.
31.
Ooh, 7.
For 7.
That's so good.
You see absolute horror and fear as he looks up at you. Like freaking basically a skeleton of a man at this point after his insides were just defiled and necrosied. That's definitely not a word. And yeah, he's barely hanging on to life at this point.
Excellent. That's all I wanted to do.
And his unit is not looking much better. He's really rough. Bonus action, Movement not available. That it for Rome?
Yep.
Jiri, you're up.
Back and forth. Bonus action. Action. Attack this guy.
Perfect. 2d8.
For 7.
They were defending, so they will hang in there as a unit.
Gosh darn it.
Barely.
I'm
But
gonna
you
try
earn
this
yourself an
strategy.
attack on.
Can I use Shaggy to you do the help action to grant me advantage against this guy? Just like
I think so. If the mount is operating not just as a mount, but has its own action economy, then yeah. And in this sort of theater of the mindy thing, yeah, I think that's in play. In a true combat, we might have to get a little more specific, but here that's totally fair game.
okay, he will trip this guy while I attack him.
Perfect. First attack with advantage.
Mhm.
That will absolutely hit.
Woo!
13 plus.
How do you kill this Drastian Knight?
Don't even. He gets tripped. Drew does a front flip, stab this dude into the ground.
Amazing.
Perfect. Lightning sparks from out of his mouth, and you just feel his ears start to bleed from the damage you just did to his mind as well.
And I
Remove
use
from play.
my other attack to kill some random Drastian soldier that's just there.
Super
Perfect.
kill.
And then
Very
I will
awesome.
move to here.
2, 3, 4. Perfect. You are able to do that. Toby.
Jelly.
I feel like dashing is pretty important this turn. These guys are just such peons.
Yeah. When we gotta get there.
Yeah.
What's the win condition?
1, 2, 3, 4. Is this 1 or 2 to go? From here to
We'll
there?
to get there, we'll say 1.
And if I have
yeah,
one
we'll say
movement
1.
left, can I move anywhere?
Yeah, I think you can get 1 to the right, but
Okay.
then moving through the trebuchet is going to be difficult terrain for sure.
So I'll do that, and then I will change from shifting to dodging.
Okay, perfect.
We just-
It will be this unit. They will target. Telperion, you cloaked, yes?
I did.
They'll try and perceive you.
Bring it on. Bring it on, come on.
They cannot see you, so instead they will fire at Mathros, the most central unit. Yeah, we'll do that. They are defending, so that's going to be sucky damage, but that's okay. D10 coming at Mathros. 9 reduced to 4. Minimal damage to Mathros' unit. And they will not leave their ballistae, but think about it. And they will
Think about it.
bonus action defend, I suppose. This unit will press Mathros' unit back and attack. Measly 2. This unit is still manning a ballistae.
Mhm.
They will try and perceive Telperion. Hey, they do. 1d10 coming at you, Telperion.
What?
They perceived you.
For a 1, which is a 0. No, you're not defending, so it is a true 1. Nice.
Telperion calls out, when are you attacking?
Jesus.
And this unit will attempt to attack Rome, doing everything they can to rid them of thin some of their numbers. D8. 2? Does that do it?
I still have 1 HP.
Holy shit.
Amazing.
They'll move up 1. and then defend. Roulette, you're up.
No. Topic.
Oh yeah, yeah. Also, a tactician can make an adjustment if you would like.
I'm gonna put myself in front of my father, so just right under roulette.
Perfect.
Now my turn.
What you got for? Yep.
Oh, sorry. Action dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm gonna go. I'm assuming this is a moat.
Yes, correct.
Down 1.
Okay.
Just above the water.
Okay.
If there's room, because I do not want to be attacked by the Ballistay. Bonus action defend.
Yeah. Very cool. Yeah, that'll work. Definitely affording yourself your unit some cover there. Telperion is next. You're up.
2 over and attacking this guy in front of my dad.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll your 48.
Oh, 48. That's not full D6. Oh, that's nice. 5 plus 3 is 10. Plus 8 is 18. Plus 4 is 22.
Really good. Reducing that unit very easily to 0. Knight has to try to maintain command of his troops, which he is able to. So now you've afforded yourself a chance to attack the commander.
All right, I come in there and I say, "All right, Loaf, go for the gut this time." And Loaf just dive bombs him in the tummy and rolls off and then flies away.
Help action granted.
Help action granted. Nat 20.
Nat 20. Let's see it.
All right. I should have said before if I want to Psionic Strike, right? I can't say it now.
I would
prefer
prefer that generally. Except, you know what? It's I think we've treated it kind of like Divine Smitey. If you crit, you can apply the stuff. I think that's fine.
I'm gonna also use my soul die and use a D10. So 2D10 of
Okay.
this. Which I love those soul die. And then 4D6. 4D6, 2D8, 2D10, plus 9. MK, are you counting?
Not this time.
Yeah, it's all good. I don't need you.
I don't need you.
Rerolling a 1 and a 2. I got 1 and 3. 2 of my D6s match, but when I crit, I didn't do it separately. That's the rule there.
I think without separating them, don't roll an extra D6, unfortunately.
Okay. 10, 20, 30, 33, 42.
How do you kill this Drastian Knight?
I essentially do like one of those like psionically teleports so fast, like just sprint in with some flight and then just decapitate this guy, and I swing out so fast and then without anything else and then kick his body.
He is slain, unable to maintain any command of his unit. They disperse or collapse to the ground as the Selethar overcome them. That unit has been removed from play, forced to retreat or die. Okay.
My tactician die doesn't really, or my soul die doesn't really
probably doesn't really let you, because it's a maneuvering attack, right? Yeah, it probably doesn't apply in this situation.
Okay. I'll bonus action cloak.
Okay. Mathros will clean up the stragglers. I'm going in, and we'll begin charging in.
I also use my bonus action psionic
and
cover.
will cloak instead of defending. Rome, your turn.
You guys are muted.
Yeah, muted now.
Yep.
I'm going to swarm right here.
Perfect.
And then I'm going to attack this dude.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll your 7d8.
I feel like this has got to do it.
Murder.
6, 7, 8.
It's technically possible you don't kill him, but that'll
If you
do
roll
it.
7 on
You will 14 to the unit will reduce it to 0, and the knight will have to try and maintain command of his troop, which he does. So Rome, you have the chance to attack this extremely wounded knight.
Ooh. Extremely wounded, you say.
Hmm.
Okay, I
Fifth
guess
level
I'll.
blight.
Yeah,
I'll
I might be. I
yeah.
might be trying to subtly convince you not to waste a 4th level spell slot.
Yeah, I'm gonna produce. Or no, I have primal savagery. I'll hit him with primal savagery.
Okay, is that an attack roll from you? A spell attack roll?
Yes, it is. So that's
Go ahead and roll.
Looks like that.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. What does it look like when Rome uses primal savagery?
Holy shit.
Ooh,
Fine.
I feel like it's just like a force of nature, just like wind and like debris and like animals, like just everything. It's just like
Gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah.
just a blast of ambient nature, environmental stuff happens all in a brief
Yes.
instant. Very
yes,
cool.
catastrophe.
What the fuck?
How do you? And that kills
Okay.
him. Any specific way you would like that to kill him?
I just like would say he'd be like obliterated.
Perfect.
He melted.
Torn
Disintegrated.
limb from limb, shredded apart,
It's nature
bludgeoned
death.
by a burst of
Nature
earth,
death.
etc. Very well done. That is your unit's action. You still have movement, and you use your bonus action, so you can move if you would like.
I'm gonna stay where I am.
No, we gotta move.
Oh, we have to move.
Yeah, we gotta go get him.
Oh, so I should go forward, right?
You should go up. Yeah, go
Yeah.
across the bridge.
All right. Well, I will go over 2 then. I think that's as much
Okay.
as I can.
I think that might be correct. Perfect. All right, Jiri, you're up.
All right. So if I dash as an action and use my bonus action, can I get 6 spaces then?
Yes, correct.
6. Ooh.
And I would say that's under. You're not going through the primary portion of the trebuchet, so you're absolutely able to get 6 spaces over to the left like that.
Feel like I'm relatively safe to do that. So I'm just gonna mobilize and meet up with Mathros.
Okay,
Daddy.
beautiful. Toby Rama.
Get some dash action going here. Probably 1, 2, 3, 4,
Mm-hmm.
5, 6.
What lets you go 6 spaces?
I have a
I don't
speed
think
of
you.
3.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I was like, you don't have the bonus action dash that Jiri does, but yes, your movement is more.
And
Perfect.
I'll bonus action defend.
Bonus action defend. Got it. This unit. Telperion, did you cloak?
Yeah.
Figures.
I like being.
They don't
Oh.
see you, so they'll target Mathros with a 1d10.
He cloaked or is he defended?
Oh no, you're right.
He
They have to
he
try and
cloaked.
perceive him too. Yep, you're all right. They have to try and perceive him, which is that same roll. They do perceive him, but deal no damage. Long-winded effort there. Boom. These individuals. One, two, dash, press, off screen.
Uh-oh.
Telperion and Toby Rama are close enough to realize that that unit of infantry just fled the battlefield. Okay. Oh shit. Turn order. Disappeared for a second.
I'm
Like that.
scared. I'm gonna start the Zoom fresh.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, let's do that.
I'm in danger.
Yeah, literally. You guys.
I also think since it was similar turn staging to their turn, this unit is going to do the same exact thing. They're not going to be able to get off map. They use their action, but they are going to begin to flee, and they will press that way. So now top of initiative, Tactician, you can make a change if you would like to, and then it'd be Roulette's turn.
Where's that initiative? Who's this? Roulette's in the front, right?
Jeez.
And then it's my dad again. I'm gonna go behind my father again.
Okay.
Let him go first.
Okay. Roulette, you're up.
This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. 2. Yeah. Actually, no. I'm gonna go up 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going up 3, so I'm 2 spaces up, and I'm going
Okay.
here 5. Yeah. I'm
Okay.
trying to just get like a better view of what's in and around these gates.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check from your vantage point.
Is it a bomb?
It better be a bomb. Bonus action defend.
I just texted you, Steve.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It is Mathros' turn. They will 1, 2, 3, 4. Then they will cloak again. Continue to cloak. Moving forward cautiously. Not sure what the situation is here. Telperion, your turn.
I'm probably just gonna dash forward. Oops, that's okay. 1, 2. Can I go like this? 3, 4?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. Bonus action, cloak, defend.
Hello. Actually, I'm getting nervous. I'm gonna defend.
Okay. Rome, your turn.
All right. Where am I here? I'm gonna move. Do I want to? I guess I can swarm. Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna swarm. And I will. I'm gonna put a unit here because well, actually, wait. Am I gonna be limited by the size of my army to fit across the bridge?
Looks
to
like
some
it.
some degree, but like at some point when we're not in battle anymore, and you guys are very close to
Make an
maybe
H.
finishing off the last enemy units, yeah, it can become a little loose.
We're just gonna make it. All right. Can I action dash for 4?
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll say go back 1, just 3, because there is some difficult terrain involved in there. That'll be good.
Fair. All right, that's where I'll be then.
Perfect.
Good
Jimmy.
place for 3. I can go 6. So let's count this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sticking with Mathros.
Okay. Toby.
There's not a whole lot I can do in terms of moving towards the gate.
I'll budge Telperion.
I mean, we're gonna have to go in single file, so if going in is even an option. I will dash 1, 2. Wait, sorry. 1, 2, like that. 3, 4, 5, 6. Bonus action defend.
Okay. This unit will sprint down the banks of their pike barricade encampments, dashing, pressing, and otherwise disappearing. At this time, I think it's fair to say that even before the gate is damaged and destroyed, I imagine Roulette might be interested in doing something. There don't appear to be any threats here, but I imagine you might be interested in relaying intel you gained from the other side or going in to investigate. What would Roulette want to do in this situation?
She would have sent immediately one of the Oracor down to Mathros's company to halt them from what they were doing, relaying that it's some sort of something's wrong, there's no one there.
It's a trap.
and something seems like there's a trap, but I don't want people crossing the bridge.
Mathros will take the hint, and at the mention of not crossing the bridge, he'll actually request that Jiri's unit retreat slightly so that we can all move off of the bridge.
I'll hook up with Telperion's army here.
Okay.
And then the Roulette's plan will be to fly a little higher and potentially just try and scope out any details of what you can see inside.
Okay. Functionally, we'll say combat has ended. Roulette and her group going in and investigating. Go ahead and give me an investigation check for your unit. You're leading it, so your skill can apply.
Ooh. I have a point of inspiration. I'm going to use it.
Okay.
Big move. Steven awake.
That one turned into a nat 20. You've used a point of inspiration and got a nat 20. I want to find a way to reward that meaningfully. But to start with, at a surface level, you find nothing. This interior ground of encampment has the most basic bedrolls, the most basic rudimentary weapons. There is nothing here for staging a war campground, and all the weapons of the enemy unit soldiers were all out at the barricades. That effort, those supplies are still there, but it's like this interior area has been swept clean. And as you, Roulette, enter the central tent, you see a single woman there who looks like this. Hello, darling. Would you be a doll and fetch the others of your party for me? I think it's about time we had a chat. And don't pull any tricks either. You might want to survey the landscape around you when you retreat to your allies. You all, known as the Forsaken Winds, as well as the General, will be the only ones to attend this meeting. Thank you. What do you do, Roulette?
I guess, do I recognize the voice?
I don't know if you've heard this voice.
From a specific sending stone from
Bayon
No.
or whatever.
That was Vitria.
That was Vitria at that time.
Oh my god, she's wearing a pauldron.
You do notice a very distinct Vanta Black Talon distinctive.
That's what I was going to ask. Yeah.
Pauldron on her arm.
Oh, okay. I don't think I will say anything. I will.
As you retreat from that tent, what do you go do? And where are your senses right now?
My senses are I want to get the Auracor away from this because I'm still smelling a trap. So I will have them fly up and out.
As they fly up and out at your command, they will yell down to you. Commander, come up here. You've got to see this.
Oh, God.
And as you follow, you look around at the surrounding landscape, and there are dozens of large Thrastian units in the vicinity to the east and the north. Not the way you came, but you can see around the horizon at the crest of where one of the hills sort of comes down, you see just a row, as far as the eye can see, of Durastians. And you swear you catch a glint of a very bright metal somewhere off in the distance.
incredible.
Retribution.
I will go out the front gate, or over the front gate. Well, no, to the front gate and unlock it, with some help from the Oracle, and I will push it open, and I will beckon the other commanders to the front. So you know that scrying that's been done on Jiri? There's a solid chance that they picked up on what our plans were. There's a Talon in there by herself, which might seem like a good thing, but up on the horizon, we've got a good chunk of the Durastian armies waiting for us, including him. She wants to meet with us. Just us. No armies, no nothing. General, you two. I don't know what choice we have. I know it's some sort of trap, but I think we gotta go talk to her.
Jiri, make a wisdom saving throw.
We don't know.
Actually, we'll let this be charisma. How much does that affect this roll? Does it give an additional modifier?
It certainly does. +4. 22.
You're fighting your own spell save DC as all of a sudden you feel your arcane energy being expended as your patron is breathing heavily and fuming, and you feel yourself starting to cast the spell Shadow of Moil, but you stifle it. Jiri, it's her.
He smells her.
Her?
A Talon?
Yes.
Jeez.
We must see what she wants. She can assist us. Give us what we want. Give us answers. This is the whole point, to get to her.
Yeah, but hear me out, Dad. Could it be a trap?
Yes. Oh,
we want to meet her on our terms, right? Not on her terms. She's not going to give us our memories back.
She can explain things. Perhaps we have answers she's looking for. If they haven't slaughtered us all here now, there's something she wants, something they want. Let's give it to them and demand answers in return.
Okay.
We can find out how to separate from each other, how to be our own entities. Gain your memories, gain mine.
I agree. But I'm also worried about my friends. We got our army here needs to escape. Maybe we could stall in some way and they can run for it.
Let us see what she has in mind. I think their forces far outnumber our own.
As Jiri's having that head conversation, I was gonna say, General, if you could inform the troops, have them retreat a little bit, just outside the camp to the south, and just tell them be ready to run at any moment, at any signal.
You see Maethros sort of, not deftly, but like passively receiving your information, but he's already thinking 400 steps a minute, and he's starting to shout out commands, gathering people. He takes your advice seriously, but also has ambitions or plans of his own for how to manage this.
And I will instruct at least a dozen of the Oracle to stay, to shift up in the air, and give warning the second that any of the troops start advancing.
What are the rest of you thinking and doing?
All I'll say is,
Toby, Temperion, Rome, any thoughts?
If this was a trap meant to kill us, they could have killed us already. Those troops could have advanced they've got to want something from us that's keeping
Right.
us alive.
Well, maybe
Roulette.
they want the medallion. I mean, they're after all of this Divinor. They haven't gotten the medallion yet.
That is very true.
And Roulette, there's worse things than death. I can't go back to jail.
I take out my book. Minerva, Moira, Talon, here, ambushed, us, wherever our location. I'll say that. Arknight as well. They want to speak. Dia. Pass this on. Just hoping that she can give that to some people who can act quickly.
You see a response form in the letter very fast, on the page, and it's just a very hastily scrawled. Okay.
Toby, she's probably here for the amulet. She's going to threaten us, I presume. What if she knows we're here because she's been scrying on Jiri? Sure, but why? This is more important than anything else. There's two of them, the most two powerful talents here. They don't care about what the other Rillis and them are going to do up north. This is literally this is all the pennies in the purse right now. And how do we subvert it? Do we teleport out of here? I mean, and if we go face to face with her, can she scry on all of us if she sees us?
I mean, she's already seen me, so.
So you and Jiri are compromised.
Well,
Do we
she's
see me?
Seeing
Or we...
people is not what is needed. She knows us all by name, probably.
Well,
which
she
is
needs
enough.
Oh.
I mean, it's
Can we
harder. It'll be easier
contact
once she's met
Mirage?
us, but she could have been scrying on us at any point.
And she's seen all of us through
all the
Jiri
scrying that's
scry
going on.
anyway, so.
Can we send the medallion back to Mirage?
I don't think it works like that.
We could contact him.
Oh, but we could maybe get that air spirit. Could we get the air spirit to do the?
Can't hand something over that we don't have.
Do we also need to put the medallion in a purse? Or is it the bag, or this cloth?
Roulette, you'll hear a message in your
I
mind
know.
saying,
I know.
something seems to be impeding your progress here. I'd hate to deliver the message for them to advance.
Friends, I don't think we have time for anything like that. She's talking to me and she wants us in there.
What if I just go? I'll delay. I'll stall. You guys run for it.
I mean, we're not separating.
No, I think we're all going in.
So Toby, Roulette, just be ready to nullify magic, because that's all she's...
I will respond. Coming. That's it.
Come.
Got her.
And I
I
will.
escaped jail once. I can do it again, guys.
I'll start walking in.
How long did that combat war take?
So that was the thing, is like the delay. There was no hope for those numbers to really defeat your numbers, but they bought, I would say, quite a few extra turns and stuff like that. They bought a substantial amount of time. Overall, that assault probably took an hour.
Okay, so the Elkhorn goes.
Yeah.
Oh, can we ask her if we can take a short rest real quick? I'm very tired.
I don't think
Yeah.
she's willing to wait any more seconds. So,
I mean, yeah, we're probably literally walking in as we're saying last words here.
well, protection spells as we go in, buddy. Do you got any in mind?
I'm thinking the session's gonna end here, and I need to prepare my spells because we've been going day to day so fast. I haven't been individually per day changing my spells.
Yeah, we're going in.
Right.
We're screwed.
This is it.
All right. Well, as you approach the tent, at her command, you'll see the flap open up, and you see Jiri, a face that is familiar to you. And it is, in fact, Moira, Talon of Daenor. So good to meet all of you in person. Well, most of you. Come on in. Let's have a word. And that's where we'll end the session.
Oh God, I don't have see invisibility.
I was